Angels rookie right-hander Jered Weaver's major league debut was a smashing success. Tonight, he looks for another great start as he makes his first road test against Cleveland at the Jered. But first, he must face a mighty powerful Indians lineup, battling to stay close in the American League Central. It's the start of a 6-game road trip. Angels and Indians, next on FSN West. We had rain today in Cleveland, Ohio, but the forecast says we'll play ball tonight at the Jered with the Angels and Indians. Hi, everybody. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you. Last Saturday, we saw the major league debut of the Angels' top pitching prospect, Jered Weaver, and he did not disappoint. 7 shutout innings in a victory over Baltimore. Tonight, Rex, first road test against a very dangerous offense.
That's right. This team is second in the league in runs scored. Also, their on-base percentage is very high. So what Weaver's got to do is just pound that strike zone, stay in it. He's capable of doing that, Fizz, but he's untested on the road. This will be a real good test against this offense here in Cleveland.
And Jered Weaver will have to outduel Jason Johnson, coming off a very good game in his last outing, although Jason Johnson has been knocked around this year. So the Angels will try and start this road trip in a winning way. Next on FSN West.
Start the day with a splash. Bring on the blue. Moving to the horizon. Splash. Bring on the blue. Now you're flying again. Start seeing. Splash. Bring on the blue.
It just feels better with an Aqua Velva, man.
Drop the bomb on razor irritation. Aqua Velva Ice Bomb. Alcohol-free, vitamin-infused, mega soothing.
This time I'm gonna be KG. All right, I'm D-Wade. 2, 1. All day, baby, all day. What? Ready, Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. I'll tell you what's coming, and you still won't hit it. Bring it then. Ugh, why don't you try it underhand?
Want to keep the game going? Gatorade.
Ready to lose again? Shut your big head up.
Is it in you?
On April 6th, an LR-3 navigated a plane from Nice to Corsica. And with seating for up to 7 full-sized adults, dynamic stability control, and patented terrain response system, where it goes next is entirely up to you. Designed for the extraordinary, the LR-3 by Land Rover.
The Arby's Mix-A-Melt. Any combination of 4 classic Arby's melts or delicious ham and Swiss melts for only $5. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking...
Big Boy Productions presents the World Sumo League 2006 Mega Tour. 24 world-class heavyweight sumo competitors. Friday, June 16th, Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim. They lock with the world advantage. Tickets at the box office, all Ticketmaster outlets, online, or charge by phone. Visit UltimateSumo.com. The World Sumo League 2006 Mega Tour.
Do the math. There's no math involved. But when Arby's says it, they mean it. You can choose any combination of 4 Arby's melts or ham and Swiss melts for only $5. Maybe you want 2 Arby's melts and 2 ham and Swiss melts. Or 3 ham and Swiss melts and 1 Arby's melt. You do the math.
I was told there would be no math.
The Arby's Mix-A-Melt. Any combination of 4 delicious melts for only $5. It'll have you saying,
I'm thinking Arby's.
SAP for Angels Baseball is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
Angels Baseball on FSN West is brought to you by Aflac. Ask about it at work. By Gatorade Thirst Quencher. It's in the MLB. Is it in you? By Carl's Jr. For big, juicy charbroiled burgers, the name of the game is Carl's Jr. And by your Southern California Ford dealers. Ford. Bold moves. It's the first of a 3-game series here at Jacobs Field in Cleveland, Ohio. The Angels against the Indians, and Mike Scioscia has led the Angels to 3 straight series victories, and it's for the second time this year. They've won 6 of their last 8 games to stay within 5 games of first place Texas. The Angels still 7 under 500 at 23-20. Meanwhile, they'll face an Indians team that's been surging of late. They've won 10 of their last 14, and they just came off an emotional series with the Chicago White Sox, taking 3 of 4 from the world champions. The Indians back at 500 at 26-26. And here's the Angels batting order tonight. Sean Figgins will lead things off, then Orlando Cabrera with a 12-game hit streak, and he's also reached base in the last 32 in a row. Vlad Guerrero will hit third, then Garrett Anderson, Kendry Morales, Juan Rivera, Dallas McPherson, Mike Napoli back in the starting lineup after suffering a slight ankle sprain against the Baltimore Orioles, and then Adam Kennedy back hitting ninth. Even in Cleveland, Ohio, beware of the Vlad. And did you know this is the only team he has never homered against at Jacobs Field against the Indians?
Well, we'll see here in the first inning, Fizz. But he's well known all over the world, not just here in America or at the Jake here in Cleveland. Rainy day, Fizz, but now it looks like good ball. We're not going to be interrupted.
That is outstanding, and our Nissan starting pitcher is Jason Johnson, the big right-hander from Concord, Kentucky. He's had a rough start this year, a 5.8 earned run average, but coming off 6 scoreless innings in Sunday's 9-0 win over the Detroit Tigers.
The opponents have been raking him at a 345 clip. The Angels are hoping they can do that now, but he's got a sinking fastball. If it's not sinking, he's in trouble. Got a little slider, occasional curve and a change, but he's got to keep the ball on the plate. He's got good natural movement, but his movement's been taking him off the plate. He needs to stay around that plate. Sliders for strikes and pitch to his strength. He worries too much sometimes about the hitters. And what are they going to do? Worry about yourself, pitch to your own strength, and Johnson should be okay. Defending behind Johnson is the last place fielding team in the league. They made 40 errors this year. Not pretty. Behind him, Peralta, he scuffled a little bit. These guys make up for it with their offense. Whatever they let in, they drive in. They're good. Lexus has sponsored this defense here. Peralta's the shortstop. You see Laker, he's in there getting a start today instead of the young Victor Martinez. That's who it is. He's getting a little pine time. But Tim Laker's a good veteran catcher. He should be good for Johnson. Johnson's a veteran in himself. He's been around a long time.
This is his 10th year. Spent time with Baltimore last year with the Detroit Tigers, and he will face Sean Figgins, and Figgins shows bunt. Aaron Boone's the third baseman. He was creeping in already, and Boone an outstanding defensive third baseman. 40 errors already by the Cleveland Indians this year, the most in the American League. And Sean Figgins, he is the Angels' igniter, but only a 200 batting average the last month of the season.
Sean's going to work on shortening that swing a little bit. I talked to him for a little bit today before the game, Fizz, and he says that he's working on plate discipline, that there's a fine line, though, between being aggressive and laying off some pitches and getting on with a walk. He's really conscious of being on base and showing some plate discipline this year.
He does have 22 walks this year. That's the same amount that Grady Sizemore has, and even though Sean has struck out a lot, Sizemore, one of the top leadoff hitters in baseball for Cleveland, has more strikeouts. And Figgins takes his strike and now has a 3-1 count. But he said in spring training that was the thing he worked on in spring and over the winter. He wanted to be more disciplined this year and swing at a hitter's pitch because he thought he was chasing too many pitcher's pitches last year.
They all try to pitch him up. There's a walk. He'll take it.
And so will the Angels. So Jason Johnson, who did not walk any batters in 6 shutout innings. Victory against the Detroit Tigers this last Sunday.
It's pretty good, but that was his former team, and he was up for that. He was, wanted to send a little message, so he pitched it one of his better games. But you can't hardly let your guard down against the Angels here now because they've been hot. They've been averaging 6 runs per game now. When they were in their little swoon, when they lost 18 out of 23, they were only averaging 2 runs per game. So when these two guys get on, Figgy and Cabrera, the Angels are tough.
Figgins goes, pitch is taken, the throw by Tim Laker, not in time. That is stolen base number 18 for Sean Figgins.
Figgy, he gets a great jump here. Now, we've seen him have Cabrera take 2 or 3 pitches before he gets into his steal mode, but not tonight. He's off to the races on the very first pitch. Cabrera now knows what to do. He's going to try to get him over.
Corey Patterson has taken over the American League lead from Crawford and Posednik. Johnson staring at Figgins, and here's a swing and a foul strike to Orlando Cabrera. So he's down in the count, 0-2. No Angel has been hotter than this guy of late. He had a great series against Minnesota, 6 for 12 in that series. And Rex, you were talking about the importance of Figgins and Cabrera. In the 2 wins over Minnesota, the pair scored 7 runs, drove in 3, had 8 hits. You better believe they were awfully important, setting the table for Vlad Guerrero and Garrett Anderson. Guerrero takes a shot at right field and fouls it out of play. It'll stay at 2 strikes.
Cabrera just 2 for 12 lifetime off of Johnson. He knows the situation well. He's got a couple strikes on him. He'll try to shorten up that swing. And he's been really good on the inner half this year, Fizz. His home runs he's gotten have all come on the inside part of the plate. But that word's gotten around. So they're not been coming in on him. They've been kind of going away.
Want to take advantage of this Cleveland team because they have a very potent offense. And there's a ground ball that's hit to short. They'll go to third, and out at third is Sean Figgins.
Well, he took a gamble, and whenever that ball's hit right at you and you're the base runner, you're hit at the shortstop, they teach you to freeze on that and go back to second base. But Figgins almost got in there with a bad throw. Boone made a nice job of picking that ball. Figgy's very fast, but you've got to be good. A good pick. Boone tagged him. He's out. Took a gamble and lost.
Vlad Guerrero up. Angels do not want to let Johnson off the ropes. They want to attack him early, dent his confidence. He's allowed already this year 78 hits in 54 1/3 innings, and Figgins with a base running mistake here early. Now the Angels have a man at first base with 1 down after a walk and a steal by Sean Figgins. Vladdy fouls it off of his leg. Vladimir Guerrero, it is amazing. I mean, this guy has so much power, over 300 home runs in his career, and the only team he has not hit a home run against are, of course, the Angels, who he never faced in the past, and the Cleveland Indians, who he's faced a lot before with the Halos the last 3 years.
Never know.
Big rip.
Johnson looks like he's trying to get him out up. A lot of pitchers have been trying to do that. Now Guerrero is 1 for 15 lifetime off of Johnson, but heck, look at that batting average in June. Big Daddy, he's always been a June bloomer.
All the way back to 1960, even more greater batting average than Tony Gwynn. Nomar Garciaparra right there with him at 352, but he's not played in as many games as Guerrero because of injuries. He chased Cabrera back to the bag.
Big Daddy's got a 12-gamer going. 16 for 51 during that time. Now Cabrera, he's taking his time over there. He is 8 for 8 this year in stolen bases.
Guerrero sends it out of play, the right side. Angels offense was shut down on Wednesday by Francisco Liriano, a talented young left-hander. He and the staff allowed 1 run on 3 hits. When Liriano left, he threw 6 shutout innings. Boone deep at third.
0-2. Time to waste one. Something out of the zone. Vladdy's plate discipline's been a lot better, but you can see there's a nice little breeze blowing to left center, left field. Here at the Jake, it's cleared up. Ball will travel. Now it's a big, tall wall. It's about a 30-foot wall in left field.
He was flying out of here last night. Tribe hit 3 home runs in a 12-8 victory over the White Sox. Final game of that series. Cabrera does not go, and the pitch wanders outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Coming into this game, Tim Laker, he's just caught 9 innings this year. So Victor Martinez has been getting most of the catching duties back there.
But Laker caught him on Sunday, and Johnson had the 6 shutout innings, so Eric Wedge thought he'd go back with this battery. Again fouled off. And Tim Laker, much like the Angels starting pitcher Jered Weaver from Simi Valley High School. Matter of fact, he played with Scott Radinsky years ago for Simi Valley High School. And Jered Weaver from Simi Valley as well. His brother Jeff.
Johnson tried a couple sliders away and then challenged Vladdy in there. We'll see what he does here. They're going to come inside again, thinking they can jam him.
Cabrera goes. The pitch is swung on, hit to left field. Racing back the left fielder Jason Michaels, and that ball is gone. The first time Guerrero has hit it out at Jacobs Field, and you bet beware of the Vlad.
That's right, and I just said, hey, we'll see, Fizz, because you never know when Big Daddy can uncork one. He's been hot lately, and they try to come inside. If you don't come way up and in on Vladdy, you're taking your chances, and Johnson took his chances. Vladdy kept his hands inside his body, pulled that barrel through, and hit it on the line as Michaels thought it was going to be off that wall. We talked about how tall that wall is. Big Daddy now has struck in this ballpark against the Tribe. Two nothing Halos.
Well, he has always been a June hitter. A .352 average coming in, and he goes deep and gives the Angels a quick 2-0 lead. Garrett Anderson now up. Garrett had a productive homestand at the Big A, batting .391, and he sends this one the first base side, and Broussard will knock it down foul territory. It'll be a strike to GA. 0-2. Good start by the Angels, because Cleveland will score runs. I mean, they are second in the American League in scoring runs, 5.5 per game, almost 6 actually. You don't want to get into a slugging duel with this Tribe team, though.
No, but you know, good pitching, executing your pitches is gonna hold them down. The Angels, they've been averaging 5.9, right at 6 runs a game themselves here. So over the last several games, so they've been playing a lot better lately.
That comes inside. Yeah, they won 6 of their last 8, and prior to their last game, they were averaging 5.5 runs per game during that win streak.
GA, he's 11 for 37 with 1 big fly off of Johnson lifetime. He's had some success against him. They're playing Garrett to a slight pull.
Johnson now brings it, and it floats in there for strike 3 call.
Okay, Johnson's going to go with that breaking ball sometimes, and there it was, right down the middle. Garrett has no argument on that. It covered all plate right there. Started up and down. Garrett got a good look at it, but he'll put that in his memory bank and get him next time.
Now Johnson to face the switch hitter Kendry Morales. And Mike Scioscia went with as many left-handers as he could in this ball game because Johnson was having such a difficult time against the lefty hitters. Lefties this year, Rex, batting .430 off Jason Johnson.
Right, he's .293. Morales, he's been in a little tailspin himself here the last few games. That he was hitless in that 3-game series against Minnesota. Have to get back on track. This is always exciting, Fizz, for a young player like Morales, Jered Weaver, these guys making their first appearance here at the Jake. This is one of the modern new ballparks in the league, and it's very hitter friendly, especially left-handed hitters. 325 down that right field line, 375 in the gap. Ball will fly out of there.
And there's a strike across. So now it's a 2-1 count to the Angels rookie Kendry Morales. Jered Weaver, tonight's starting pitcher, was asked, will you be nervous at the Jake? And he goes, I'm going to be nervous before every single away game this year because they're all new ballparks. So everything's an adventure for me. A 2-2 count now to Jason Johnson. There's Jered getting ready for his second start in his big league career. All-American at Long Beach State. Morales goes to left field. It stays up for Michaels, and he'll make the catch. But Vladimir Guerrero hits his first home run ever in Cleveland, Ohio. A line drive shot over the left field wall.
Hey, look at how short it was. He pulled his hands in. That's all Vladdy.
Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
He's sick.
Sick? Right. Or could he be home watching DirecTV with the best 185 channels on television, which they just happen to be offering free for a month? Sick? I doubt it. Fry.
Call today to get our most popular programming package for free. There's good TV, there's better TV, and then there's DirecTV.
Attention passengers. We are currently experiencing delays. We apologize for the inconvenience.
At the end of a long, hot day, grab the beer that starts out cold and ends up refreshing. Coors Light. Taste the cold.
Hey, it's a new Toyota Sienna. Let's check it out.
Cool. Yeah. Look at all that room.
And touchscreen navigation.
10-speaker stereo. Oh, DVD player.
And a split and stow third row seat.
They're coming.
Everybody, freeze!
Where's Dad?
What is that dog barking at?
Toyota, moving forward.
Number 14 for Vlad Guerrero gives the Angels a 2-0 lead in the first inning. Let's check out the Cleveland Indians starting lineups, and they'll lead things off with Grady Sizemore. He is the outstanding prospect from the state of Washington. Then Jason Michaels, Johnny Peralta, Travis Hafner, and Casey Blake this year. 6th in the American League in batting. Ben Broussard will hit 6th, then Ron Belliard, Aaron Boone, and Tim Laker. On the mound for the Angels, the tall right-hander from Simi Valley High School, 6'7", 205, Jered Weaver.
Weaver still hasn't given up a run yet. His keys are to get ahead. Well, when these guys, I talk about their on-base percentage, they got a really good on-base percentage at 383. So that means they're getting on base. He's got to be able to finish him off when he executes that pitch too.
And he will face one of the most exciting young leadoff hitters in baseball, Grady Sizemore, just 23 years old from Seattle. When you talk about leadoff hitters in the game, you might start at the top with Ichiro and Johnny Damon. After that, Sizemore and Sean Figgins and others. But this guy's really gotten it done this year, not only with a high batting average, but for a leadoff hitter, 9 home runs this year.
Weaver's got a fastball. We saw him in 93 miles an hour in his last start. Slider, a couple different sliders. One's a little bit slower than the other, so he'll change speeds on that slider, and also has a very effective changeup that he's going to have to mix in.
He gets a strike across against Sizemore to even the count at 2-2. And this is a very good fastball hitting team. And we saw Irvin Santana make his major league debut here. And he was really knocked around. Sizemore hits it in the air. Shallow left center. Sean Figgins comes on and makes the catch for the first out.
All right, Weaver, he's going to use his defense a lot like his brother. We'll see him. Sponsored by Rico. Henry Morales, he started all 9 games at first. That's right, he's their first baseman of the future, and as long as he keeps hacking. If you hack, they won't send you back, Biz. McPherson at third, Cabrera, Kennedy, Anderson, Figgins, and Guerrero. Figgy out in center field. He loves it out here at the Jake. Nice green pasture. There's Morales. They're hoping for some offense from him. He's looked really good at first base this year. Got soft hands, and he's not afraid. Fires that ball to second base with the best of them.
Weaver now to face the number 2 batter, Jason Michaels, who was acquired in the offseason from the Philadelphia Phillies in the Arthur Lee Rhodes deal. He had a heck of a month of May, batting .330, and a great series coming against the Chicago White Sox. There's a bouncing ball to Dallas McPherson. Quick toss, got him, 2 out.
Biz, I want to go back to Weaver's scouting report. I missed a couple of points there I want to talk about. It's very important for him. Okay, so get ahead, get command of counts. That means when you get ahead in the count, you've got to make a pitch and put guys away. You've got to execute against a team like this. And I talked about their on-base percentage 363. That's second in the league. They're really good at being patient. And Buddy Black and Mike Scioscia, they know they've schooled Weaver on this offense. It's a good hitting team. The second in run score in the league. And if they do one thing, they can hit the ball, and they're very selective, very patient.
Here is Johnny Peralta. Peralta takes it a little bit off the play. The count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. And that's exactly what pitching coach Bud Black said was #1 on his list, was the way this kid attacked the strike zone in spring training and got early count outs.
Going to be his key here. Weaver's got a real nice slider. And walking into the Cleveland Indian locker room today, they had Weaver's start on. They were watching him pitch. They were all looking at me going, hey, Hud, is this guy for real? And I said, hey, it's too early to tell, but he looked good in his last start. Look at that. Fastball straight, but he spots it well. And he also brings in his other pitches. We remember Irvin Santana made his major league debut here in this stadium against these guys, and the Tribe hit for the cycle in the first inning off of that young right-hander because he was throwing fastballs up there.
He strikes out Johnny Peralta, so a brilliant first inning for Jered Weaver, getting Sizemore, Michaels, and Peralta in order.
On Tuesday, 6606, it begins. He bears a birthmark, a sequence of 6s.
This is a child we're talking about.
Your son, the son of the devil. From the eternal sea he rises, creating armies on either shore, turning man against his brother. For man exists no more.
The Omen begins Tuesday, 6606, rated R.
This is the final weekend of Paul's great annual sale with fantastic savings like this and no payments, no interest till 2008. Hurry into America's #1 big screen store.
3 days to save, 2 great prices, 1 big event, 0 down delivers. Lease a new 2006 Chrysler PT Cruiser, Jeep Liberty, or the all-new 2007 Dodge Caliber for just $199 per month. Need some extra room? Lease a new 2006 Chrysler 300, Jeep Grand Cherokee, or the ever-popular Dodge Ram Quad Cab for just $299 per month. The #1 volume Chrysler Jeep Dodge dealer in Orange County. Hurry, the special pricing is good this weekend only. Foothill Ranch Chrysler Jeep Dodge, just off the 241 toll road.
Hey now, I'm Viejo. There is nothing like being part of the special team that we have right here at Infinity of Mission Viejo, knowing that we're working together to ensure the best result. It's no different whether you're on a basketball court or here at Infinity of Mission Viejo. Come see the new lineup of Infinities, including my personal favorite, the Infinity FX Sport Utility. I-5 at the Avery Parkway exit in Mission Viejo. And don't forget, tell them Bill Walton sent you.
You're watching FSN West.
Lead 2-0 for every home run that Angels hit tonight. Coors Brewing Company will be donating $100 to Navidad en el Barrio. Navidad en el Barrio delivers more than 20,000 food baskets to needy families in Southern California each year. It is a wonderful cause, and Vladimir Guerrero has already delivered with a 2-run home run in the first. Here's Juan Rivera to lead things off against Jason Johnson, and he takes strike 1. Juan back in the lineup a little bit on the homestand, had 3 hits, including a home run.
Big homer. That helped lift Jered's brother Jeff to his 2nd consecutive win. He's good to the opposite field.
He bounces one to Aaron Boone. 1 out.
Got him on a little breaking ball right there. Got him out front, off balance. That's the key. That's what the pitcher tries to do to that hitter. And it works lots of times. I tell you, 7 out of 10 times, Fizz, that hitter's making an out. But he's doing his job when he can get him to get out front. That's what the fielders are for out there. Now we broadcast to a wide range of audience, Fizz. We got the young kids and some moms out there that are knowing the game, and also the experts. So we want to make sure we touch them all during our broadcast. It can be a pretty basic game, but the overall key is that pitcher trying to get that hitter off balance, and that pitcher, when he makes a mistake, that hitter wants to take advantage of it.
And that's what Dallas McPherson wants to do. He had a rough start. He said he was kind of learning how to play the game again. So he opened 2006 just 5 for 35 at Salt Lake City with 22 strikeouts. Missed much of last year because of the hip problem, where he was either playing hurt or had surgery late. He's feeling more and more comfortable every single day, and he is one of those rare Angels who has the ability to change the game with one swing of the bat. If the pitcher makes a mistake, McPherson can really hurt him.
Got a good hitting count here. Whenever you get a count 2-0, 3-0, you can expect something good to hit. Because the pitcher doesn't want to walk you, but he does. Another leadoff walk. Angels will take it. Excuse me, not a leadoff walk.
And Mike Scioscia really likes that. He wants to see more walks from Dallas McPherson, who only had 1 this year to go against 21 strikeouts. He says, I don't mind the high strikeouts, but what I do mind is the fact that when a guy's not swinging at his pitch and swinging at too many pitchers' pitches out of the strike zone. But so many young players have to learn that late. Here's Mike Napoli back in the starting lineup for the first time since that collision with the Baltimore Orioles, where they clipped his left leg on a play at the plate. A tremendous throw in Jered Weaver's last start. It really helped Weaver shut out the Orioles for 7 innings. The Orioles had a 2nd and 3rd situation with nobody out in the 2nd inning, and a line drive was hit to Vlad Guerrero in medium deep center field or right field. He made the catch and made a tremendous throw and a great block of the plate by the rookie Napoli. But his left leg was extended and his left ankle was rolled over, and he hasn't started since, although he has played. Coming off the bench late.
Good all-around hitter to all fields. He's got pop to all sides. You see Johnson trying to challenge him inside. Really, that's the best spot to try to get him out, if you ask me, because he's an inside-out hitter. He likes to go to the opposite field. He's got good power. Now, he'll also hit a home run to left field, too. So when you come inside like they tried against Vladdy, you got to be careful in there. A guy that's got some pop, he'll just react inside. You look away and react in. Let your natural reactions take over.
Rex, he knows that he has a long swing. Is it easier to get a guy out inside with a long swing?
Usually you can tie him up in there when you're ahead in the count, like right now. Or you also might try to get him on breaking balls away. But either way, you want to stay away from the wheelhouse. And for him, that's right out over the middle of the plate. We're going to try to stay on the outer half.
Dallas was going. There's the throw, and he has a steal of second base. The Angels with 2 already in this game, 1 by Figgins and now 1 by McPherson.
Mike Scioscia, he's an aggressive manager. He's going to let his guys go. He's going to turn them loose. Now Johnson doesn't do that well holding runners on. He's got an average move. He will slide step, and McPherson's in there safely. He got a good jump. That's going to keep him out of the double play situation here. Now Napoli's got a chance to knock him in.
A little bit low.
Napoli's been a .333 hitter this year with runners in scoring position in his young season, in his young career. Full count, you're looking for a fastball. That's Dallas's first bag of the year. Look for a fastball, but adjust. Don't want to get caught looking. Napoli has done that lately with runners out there.
Mike takes ball 4, so another quality at bat by a young player. McPherson, and really his first full year when you talk about the injuries that he suffered last year. And Napoli in his first month of his big league career with back-to-back walks. So the Angels testing Jason Johnson.
Johnson, you know, his command's off. There's no doubt. He's thrown 38 pitches, 20 strikes, and 18 balls. Wedgie's going, man, where's that starter I had last start?
Well, you know, he had that stretch in May that was absolutely brutal, where he had an ERA that was over 9, and everything was out over the middle of the plate. Here's Adam Kennedy up. There has been talk in Cleveland that if Johnson doesn't become more consistent, AAA pitcher Jeremy Sowers, who was 20-5 with a 1.95 ERA in his first 36 pro starts, could get the call up from AAA, and out comes Carl Willis, because man, he's been falling behind just about every single Angel hitter.
Hey, this is Willis told me that, you know, that sinker, he's got to pound the sinker down, and if he's not down, he's going to get hit. Okay, but he also has to be able to pitch for contact. Sometimes he tries to be too fine out there, Johnson does. When you try to be too fine, you make mistakes. You want to go ahead and trust your stuff.
Here's Carl Willis, pretty good pitcher with the Cincinnati Reds years ago.
And a great guy.
He really is. He's a good old boy from the South.
Exactly. But right now, between the lines, Kennedy wants to bust Johnson. He wants to get him. 9 for 34 lifetime for a 265 average.
Be ready to swing after the pitching coach came out. He is, and there is a base hit to right field. McPherson turns third. Here's the throw to the plate by Casey Blake. Not in time. Dallas scores. The Angels take a 3-0 lead. Rex, I made that statement simply because you're falling behind. The pitching coach comes out. You're going to get a good pitch to swing at.
So Kennedy knows that. He had to come in there. Now, he didn't exactly bust him, but he got a base hit and an RBI. That'll work. Blake has a good arm. He's got the strongest arm out there. Kennedy got one he liked. It was on the outer half, but he pulled it. Angels got first and third now with just one out. Another chance for an RBI for Figgy.
Pitchers so often, after visiting with the pitching coach, very aggressive in the strike zone. Here's Sean Figgins, and Kennedy goes back to the bag. Now they have Napoli at third base. Adam would like to try and stay out of the double play, even though you've got a tough guy to double up in Sean Figgins. But every run awfully important against this outstanding offense in Cleveland.
Okay, Figgy, they throw him pitches up now. He told me he's trying to find that fine line between his pitch and not. In this situation, he might want to take a shot at a ball that's about belt high to get under it and drive a sacrifice run in. But also keep in mind he can shoot a gap too. He can shoot one in the hole, either way to get that run home.
Took a little something off the bat, and as the ball rolls foul, he lost the end of the bat that just chipped away, Rex.
Yeah, but you know what? I like Mike Napoli. He started home because that ball could have come back in fair territory there. I like that being heads up. Johnson pulled the string on him, threw him an off-speed pitch, and hit off the end of his bat, and it chipped it. Now, Napoli, he just keeps coming down the line. We've seen it before, and so is Napoli. He says, look, I'm not taking anything for granted. We're going to get a run because the Angels need all the runs they can get against this Cleveland team.
The Angels had a game at the Big A last week where Sean Figgins bunted down the third base line. It stayed right on the line. The Baltimore catcher came out and knocked the ball foul, but it hit a pebble right before he did and stayed on the chalk and was ruled a fair ball. Sam Perlazzo, Baltimore manager, came out arguing and was thrown out of the game.
Yeah, and we'll see.
Kennedy goes, pitch is swung on, hit in the air, deep center field. Racing back is Sizemore. He'll get there, but tagging at third and coming home is Mike Napoli with the Angels' fourth run.
Figgins did exactly that. He waited for a good pitch. His plate discipline looks really good tonight. He walked, got thrown out, going to third base, but that doesn't matter. He gets on. And there's the pitch belt high. Had a nice little uppercut to it. He almost got it over Sizemore's head.
And Rex, all three of the walks have either scored or led to run scoring. Sean Figgins walked to open the ball game and then was cut down in a forced play, but Cabrera, because he reached in the forced play, scored in the home run by Vlad Guerrero. Those walks just come back and haunt you. Now a pitch out by Jason Johnson. They thought Kennedy might be going. The Angels have been so aggressive against Jason Johnson and Tim Laker.
Early. Angels are putting on the attack. Let me tell you, they're already in the mind of that guy right there. Eric Wedge, the manager.
How about Johnson? Did you see him talking to himself? He's steamed.
That's what you want. Mike Scioscia, he's an aggressive manager, and he's got some aggressive players. Turns them loose.
Kennedy does not go. Pitch misses outside.
Johnson definitely not doing what he's wanted to do. He's not getting ahead. He's falling behind. Cabrera's a guy that can pound you. He can hit the gap. He's had a real nice season this year so far. 33 RBIs is nice for a second place hitter. 4 dingers. Those have all come on the inner half of the plate.
Kennedy dancing around, now goes, and Cabrera takes, and Laker doesn't have a chance. He juggled the ball when he made the exchange from glove to hand, and Kennedy was all over it with his 3rd steal of the game.
They're going to run, and when you know it, causes mistakes. Watch this Laker wanting to be so quick, he can't find the handle the first time around. Put that in your pocket. That's another bag. Kennedy, he shuffled off the last second. He got a great jump. He wouldn't have got him with a perfect throw, I don't think.
This is certainly Angel-style baseball. They love to run, and Cabrera, they will let him take first base. He turned around, looked at Larry Young, he goes, that was ball 4, wasn't it? 4th walk of the game by Jason Johnson.
You don't want to walk him to get the Big Daddy. We can see where this was outside. OC will take a walk, and the Halos are walking. Getting a couple big base hits. Kennedy got one. Big Daddy went deep his first time up. See what he does again here.
Vladdy takes strike 1. I thought he was going to take a rip that was going to spin him into the ground. He was kind of winding up his swing as Johnson was getting ready to deliver. He went on that one.
Kind of tied him up a little bit.
Guerrero hit the home run with 2 strikes on him. Hit a long duel. Beware of the Vlad. Johnson still gave him a pitch to hit. And Guerrero hit it over the wall for his 14th home run this year. Lecker does a nice job keeping it in front of him, with the Angels scoring 2 in the first and now 2 in the 2nd inning. And they have 2 aboard with Kennedy at second base and Cabrera at first.
Hey, remember, he had the same count on Vladdy when he hit his home run. Tried to waste a couple pitches. He had him down 0-2, and he made a mistake with a fastball. I guarantee you he won't this time. 51 pitches he's already thrown here in the 2nd inning. They're coming in. Yeah, that's the one you want. Way in. See, the last time he left it out over. Big Daddy.
He always smiles on the high heat.
He's a competitor. He's a competitor. He wants to compete. So does Johnson. He's going to run him off with that 2-seamer. This is all right.
A slow roll to short. On comes Peralta. Quick toss and gets Guerrero at first base, but the Angels score 2 and open up a 4-0 lead on Jason Johnson and the Tribe.
Dr. Ray's office, please hold.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Dr. Ray. Thanks for coming. I was reading your file here, and it says that you're interested in breast augmentation. Let me have you this robe, and we're going to start with this measurement right here. Wow, that's kind of small. Now, there's nothing wrong with small breasts, but I think in your case, it would build your self-confidence if you went bigger, probably even a lot bigger.
Naturally larger chicken breasts on the Bacon Swiss Crispy Chicken Sandwich, new at Carl's Jr.
Stan, I love the smell of Ricoh printers in the morning.
You do you?
It smells like dependability.
So now you can smell dependability, Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
That's good to know.
Move your ideas forward with Ricoh Dependability.
He's endorsed by newspapers all across California. He's a former teacher who's earned praise for his dedication to improving schools. With his children in public school, he'll see education through the eyes of a parent. A leader on the environment, he began working on solar energy and conservation for President Carter. As governor, he'll protect our coast, invest in alternative energy, and crack down on developers who damage the environment. Steve Wesley, Democrat, endorsed by Sierra Club, California.
If you're in a minor traffic collision, safely exit the freeway or pull over to the shoulder. Then exchange your license, registration, and insurance with the other motorists.
This smart driving tip is brought to you by your Southern California Dodge dealers and FSN West.
Hey, the Angels Booster Club is here tonight, led by President Carol McCory. They've also have Judy Lavin, Kathy and Jim Stager, and Will and Roberta Jeske, Linda Starbird, Joanne Hillebrandt, Judy and Andrea Barham, and Willa, Laura, and Heather Young, all from the Angels Booster Club. Thanks for being here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Got great Angel fans throughout. Club has a 6-game road trip to Cleveland and Tampa Bay. Then they'll come home, where Rex, they've got their next 13 games against teams with records at or below 500. Cleveland, Tampa Bay, Seattle, and Kansas City. Well, the Angels will shift their defense for the left-handed pull hitter Travis Hafner.
Hafner's an all-or-nothing kind of guy, though. He will take a walk. He's got a high on-base percentage. There's a big hack, big, strong guy.
The Pronk. Half project, half donkey.
Yeah, did you know that his former teammate Bill Selby is the one who gave him that nickname, because he would call him Project, you know, and then somebody else called him a donkey, and then Selby called him a donkey. And Hafner says, hey, look, you know what? Either call me one or the other, or combine the name. Don't just call me Project, you know. So they came up with Pronk.
Well, he is having a heck of a year, not only in there in RBIs, but he has the most walks in the American League this year, 46. 14 home runs already this year. But he said he was absolutely raw coming up. Came up with Texas. And there's a strike 3 call. Second strikeout for Jered Weaver.
Weaver painting the dish on the Pronk. Big Travis Hafner. Look at that. It's a straight fastball. And Larry Young rang him up. 31 years at Larry Young, or excuse me, 21 years umpire. This is his 22nd year, Larry Young. He's got a pretty good idea. He's seen a few balls across the dish.
Tom Hellions at first, Mike Everett second, and Alfonso Marquez at third. Now Casey Blake up, having a heck of a year. I mean, Casey, this is by far the best season he has had in his 5 in the big leagues. Last year hit .241, this year batting .330.
1 year ago, because he was an out. Now all of a sudden he's raking everything, and I asked him what's the difference, and he told me what I thought he was going to say, the big C, confidence. I'm a confident hitter this year, and it all started in spring training. He had a great spring. He hit, went right into the season hitting, and when you start off like that, you can just tell yourself that I'm going to get a hit when I come up here. That's half the battle up this big leagues.
This is the first 3-1 count that Jered Weaver has had on a Cleveland Indian batter. He has faced 5 now. Hasn't walked very many, only walked 1 in that start against the Baltimore Orioles when he threw 7 shutout innings and allowed only 3 hits. Blake pops it up foul territory, back and out of play. And Jered Weaver absolutely delighted that 2 of his college coaches were here tonight. His head coach at Long Beach State, Mike Weathers, made the trip. His pitching coach, Troy Buckley, also at the Jake today. They could not go to his major league debut because Long Beach State was playing Cal State Fullerton last Saturday when he started. His brother, Jeff, he's been able to make both starts. Breaking ball in there. And a strike 3 call to Casey Blake. Boy, I tell you what, he changes speeds as well on his breaking ball as any young pitcher as I've seen.
He's got command of all 3 at a young age. And we knew that in college, being the Golden Spikes Award winner. But let me tell you something, he's confident. He doesn't let anything faze him. Nice breaking ball. That's a perfect strike. Got him out. And it's nice that his ball club has spotted him a 4-0 lead. It's a lot like his first start of his career, Fizz. He ended up winning that game 10-1. But when you get offensive support, and that helps you when you go out and take that hill. Any pitcher.
He has struck out 3 in a row, now facing a tough lefty and Ben Broussard. Always hits right-handers well, and does here. Cabrera can't reach it. That's the first hit of the game. Broussard hitting .391 against right-handed pitching this year.
Okay, he's just going to take that offering out over the plate, fastball, base hit. They've got quite a combination with Broussard and Eddie Perez. They got a nice platoon situation there at first base. Eddie Perez is hitting .324 off of left-handers with 7 homers. So between Broussard and Eddie, they're getting some production out of that first base bag.
Yeah, this is a team with a great offense. And Rex, you take a look at their bench. It's very strong with Perez, Merlone, and Hollinsworth and Victor Martinez tonight. Now, Martinez usually is their starter, but they have some power, some pop coming off that bench.
Belliard hit his third.
And he may go deep here. Down the left field line, and it is going foul.
Whew. He had a good at-bat last night.
Yes, he did.
He battled off 5 pitches and went deep off of McCarthy from the White Sox for his 3rd home run. Belliard's got some good offensive ability. 22 RBIs this year, 281 average.
Paul Byrd thought it might have been the biggest hit of the year because it changed the game from the White Sox leading to the Indians winning. They went up 8-7 after that and then went on to win the game 12-8. They won 3 of 4 from Chicago. The players called it the biggest win of the year. So they're coming off an emotional series. Belliard slaps it foul right side, and back even is Jered Weaver at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eric Wedge knew he would be in for a test. He was watching video along with the rest of the Cleveland Indians of young Jered Weaver, Angels' 1st round pick and 12th overall from Long Beach State in the 2004 draft. A little bit low, but there were many scouts who felt he was the top player coming out of that draft and certainly the top pitcher prospect. But because his price tag was rather high, he dropped to number 12, and he held out until the very next draft and signed with the Angels just minutes before the deadline. Crowd on their feet. Broussard will be off and moving with 2 out and a 3-2 count. Belliard takes inside. It's a walk by Jered Weaver, his 1st of the game.
I thought he might go back to the hook, the breaking ball that he struck Casey Blake out in the same count. But he went with his fastball down low. He lost him, the batter. Boone will step in now.
Well, the walks by Jason Johnson really hurt the Tribe, as 3 of those guys would score or lead the runs. And Weaver has now walked his first man with a power hitting Aaron Boone coming up. Aaron Boone, now 33 years old, from Villa Park in Southern California. Strike 1.
See Weaver at 92 miles an hour. He might top out at 93. We did see a 94, but you know that you take the radar gun with a grain of salt. You can't always believe what you see. Sometimes some are higher than others.
Well, this is Boone's time. He has always been a clutch player. Certainly many remember his home run in the playoffs against the Boston Red Sox that won that series years ago. And Aaron takes it a bit outside the 2-1 count. So this is the first test for Jered Weaver tonight. He was tested in the 2nd inning of his first start when he had runners on 2nd and 3rd, and that's when Vladimir Guerrero made that great catch and throw to complete a double play and turn back an Orioles rally. Guerrero with one of the best arms in baseball. Right now it's up to Weaver to get Aaron Boone. Boone skies it in the air. Center field. Sean Figgins under it. He makes the catch. That ends the inning. The Tribe strands 2, and Weaver has a 4-0 lead.
average vehicle spends 8 hours a day in a parking spot, which makes Kelly Tires' long tread life warranties feel like they last even longer. Come to Allen Tire Company to get a good deal on a great Kelly tire. And you won't have to buy tires for a long time.
What would you change about your full-size truck?
More space in the back seat. More headroom. Definitely more space.
A bigger cab. You have to use a little more cab space, especially in the back.
They could use some extra space. It's a little tight back there.
Just make it bigger.
We couldn't change their trucks, so we introduced ours, the full-size Nissan Titan. Ruggedly equipped at $30,805 at your Nissan dealer now.
I love the back seat room. There's a lot more room.
What do you think?
I think it's my next truck.
You're watching FSN West.
Angels baseball is brought to you by Corona, miles away from ordinary, and by your Lexus dealer and the new 2006 RX 400H, the world's first luxury hybrid. Here by the lake, Lake Erie, Mike Napoli, Jered Weaver getting together. 2 solid innings, and Weaver left 2 stranded in that second inning. Angels would like to have some more offense for Jered Weaver, as Jason Johnson has already thrown 53 pitches in just 2 innings. Garrett Anderson will lead things off. Took a called strike 3 and rips this one sharply at Ben Broussard, and there's 1 out. Angel fans, are you searching for that perfect Father's Day or graduation gift? Then the Dad and Grad Pack is for you. For $77, you get 7 Angel games, including 2 against the New York Yankees, an Angels cap, T-shirt, and gift cards from Circuit City and Trader Joe's. To order your Dad and Grad Pack in time for Father's Day or graduation, call 888-796-HALO. Got a good crowd on hand tonight. Here's Kendry Morales chopping one on the first pitch he sees to the second baseman Belliard, and very quickly 2 out. Well, after I told you about the 53 pitches that Johnson needed to get 6 outs, he has thrown just 2 to get 2 outs.
It's all right. Hey, look, you know what? He's settling down a little bit now. That's what happens. A veteran pitcher, he gets through a couple rocky innings, he's going to settle down with the help of the offense, get some early count outs.
See if Juan Rivera takes the first pitch. Make Johnson work this inning. Jered Weaver's barely had time to get a drink of water. He does, and it's a fastball up in the strike zone. Juan grounded out to third his first time up. They're all fanned out for Juan Rivera because he will use foul line to foul line.
And he thought that was a little high, but he's trying to get his timing down. He missed 20 games with a ribcage injury early in the season, and Mike Scioscia knows the importance of him. He's a good batter against right-handers. Career, he's hitting 10 points higher against righties than lefties.
And he shoots it towards right field, but right at the right fielder, and Blake will make the play, and it's a 1-2-3 frame for Jason Johnson and Cleveland.
Tuesday, 6/6/06, it begins.
What do you know about my son? Your son? The son of the devil. He's killed before.
It's all for you, Damien!
He'll kill again.
The Omen begins Tuesday, 6/6/06. Rated R.
I know you like me. I know you do. I know you do. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't you?
The one book everyone relies on, the SBC Yellow Pages, is getting a new look. So keep using it until it becomes the AT&T Yellow Pages. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world delivered. The one book everyone relies on, the SBC Yellow Pages, is getting a new look. So keep using it until it becomes the AT&T Yellow Pages. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world delivered.
So what we're doing here is called idling. Now, let's practice parking until lunch.
Try out our tasty new chicken strips, only $1.29 at AM/PM.
It was raining earlier today in Cleveland, Ohio, but no threat of rain tonight. And Angel fans, groups of 25 or more can save up to 40% off ticket office prices on select game dates. Bring your group to the ballpark for a custom theme night, group cap night, or one of the Angels' other exciting group packages. Call 714-940-2074 and ask a group sales account executive for more information on group packages. Well, here's Tim Laker. He hasn't seen much time this year, just called up from the minors. And you don't get much time. Victor Martinez is the catcher.
Nope, he just missed a double by a foot there. Weaver's got him down, but this guy, Fizz, he's a good backup catcher. Nice guy to have, because he can do a lot of the little things. Back up, 36 years old, backing up that young guy, Victor Martinez, right there. Signed back in '88. He's been a Warrior, long-time veteran.
Weaver doesn't get the call here. Started with Montreal, then Baltimore, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, the Dodgers, back to Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Tampa Bay, and back to Cleveland. I mean, that is making the stops along the way, not including the minor leagues.
Ooh, Weaver just missed in high and tight there. But when you don't give up and you don't quit, you have a chance to do something, because it's not easy. There's a pitch he wanted that, man. That was on the inner half.
Weaver better get to it quickly, and here's Dallas. They'll have no play, and Tim Laker is on with an infield hit.
Weaver bounced off the mound in his last start, made a couple of plays like that. Made one and didn't make the other. This one here took off when it hit the ground. He had no chance. McPherson tried to do or die. Might have had time to glove him, but hey, look, he took a chance and couldn't make the play. Now Tribe's got a little something going.
Now you turn that lineup over to the hot hitters, guys like Grady Sizemore, Michaels, and Peralta. Sizemore popped up his first time up, but he was hot in that Chicago series. 6 for 11. He's been on base in 26 straight. The Angels' Orlando Cabrera has now been on base 33 straight games. Sizemore takes outside, ball one. Orlando Cabrera doing it offensively, defensively for the Angels. Throw out his errors. He and Kennedy have been as good a keystone combination as there is in the American League.
Sizemore has become a cult hero here, man. I'll tell you, he's got every young woman in the stands that want a proposal from him. Yeah, he's got Grady's ladies. He's got all kinds of fans here, and he should, because last year in his first year became the second Cleveland Indian to record 20 doubles, 10 triples, 20 homers, and 20 stolen bases in 1 year.
Heck, Rex, he has already had his own T-shirt night this year and his own bobblehead night.
He's a young star, and stardom hasn't affected him at all. He's like, hey, look, you know what? I like coming to the park. I'm very comfortable here, but he certainly can do it all. He's got good speed. The only other player was Roberto Alomar to accomplish that feat in 2005. Excuse me, Alomar in 2001.
Good work by Jered Weaver, working him up in the strike zone and striking him out. That's the 4th strikeout for Jered in this ball game.
Weaver elevating by design. He will do that. He'll come up above the belt. It's sometimes for a strikeout. He's also used his breaking ball for strikeouts. 2 different speeds to his slider. It almost looks like a curveball at times, because he'll take a little something off, and when you do that, it allows your ball to break a little more.
Now Michaels upstairs, ball one. Jason Michaels, now 30, from Tampa. He went to Tampa Jesuit High School, same high school as Lou Piniella. He's the skipper for Seattle and Tampa Bay most recently. At first base, Tim Laker. Again, he tests him upstairs. It looked like Jered was mad at himself. The pitch may have gotten away from him. Michaels had a great White Sox series with 7 hits, including a home run. He has just 3 big flies this year, but has the potential. He's a superstar at the University of Miami. Played with Pat Burrell, now with the Phillies. They played together last year in Philadelphia.
He also grew up in Florida, and he went to Tampa Jesuit High School. Same as Lou Piniella, Dave Magadan, and Brad Radke, former big leaguers. He has a grandfather, John Michaels, that pitched for the Red Sox back in 1932.
Michaels swings and misses, and Weaver with a nasty breaking ball there. So he fights back after falling behind 2 balls and no strikes. Laker reached on the infield hit. Weaver struck out Sizemore. Now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out.
Once he swings at a ball out of the dirt like that, you stay with that pitch, and he did right there. He got him. Second punch out in the inning. Part of Weaver's deception too, Fizz, is that he hides the ball. See how it's behind his back, and then all of a sudden he's arms and legs. He whips it at you, and that's a nice little breaking ball there.
Well, he has been terrific in his first 2 starts. 7 innings of shutout baseball against Baltimore. Now the first 3 innings against the Cleveland Indians. He will face Johnny Peralta here, who he struck out swinging in the first.
Weaver's looked good, but he's mixing them up.
Peralta, though, very dangerous hitter, batting third despite hitting just .243, but he was a guy that skipper Eric Wedge really counted on last year, and Peralta had a terrific season, batting .292 with 24 home runs in his first full year as a major leaguer. So Jered now brings the 1-1 pitch. It swung on and missed, 1-2.
So Weaver, he's establishing his fastball. This is the second time through the order. Now he struck out Peralta in the first. The second time for Cleveland to see him, and he's established that fastball pretty much in that first time through the order. Now he's mixing them up a little bit. Napoli's going to call for a fastball in here.
And Peralta muscles it into the outfield, but Sean Figgins misread the ball, but still came on to take it off his shoe tops and gets Jered Weaver out of the 3rd inning.
From the heart of Las Vegas, this is the Poker Dome. MansionPoker.net and FSN bring you the series that is revolutionizing poker forever. With all new groundbreaking technology that puts you inside the game like never before. The future of tournament poker has arrived. The MansionPoker.net Poker Dome Challenge series continues Sunday on FSN.
The Lexus RX has already earned the admiration of the world. But now that the new RX 350 is even more powerful, it's no wonder that for some, envy has turned into obsession. Introducing the 270 horsepower RX 350 from Lexus.
Hello.
Putting the world on notice, yet again. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Vladimir Guerrero to the warning track, to the wall. Can he get there? Yes! He smacks into the wall, but somehow manages to hold on. What a play by Vladdy! Jered Weaver pitching well in his 2nd major league start. First on the road, our Aflac trivia questions about brother combination. Jered and his brother Jeff on the Angels. Which set of brothers holds the major league record for most combined wins by pitchers? Now, the single season record is Dizzy and Paul Dean, 49 wins for the 1934 Cardinals. Dizzy won 30 that year. Paul won 19, but we're asking for the overall record, and the answer isn't Dizzy and Paul. Now, in that 34 season, they both won 2 games in the World Series when the Cardinals beat the Tigers 4 games to 3. Dizzy, one of the greatest pitchers of all time and a Hall of Famer. Dallas McPherson, he scored after a walk and a stolen base in that second inning. Angels have scored 2 in the first and 2 in the second. And it bounces in the dirt, 2-0. Now Dallas might be thinking, okay, 2-0 count, fastball's coming, I better be ready.
Well, same thing last at bat when he walked. He didn't throw him 1 strike. McPherson looking for something to drive here. This is a perfect park for him to hit big flies in.
Well, it was beautifully located in inner half, and there's a look at Jacobs Field. Holds 42,865. First 7 years here, they won 62% of their games. And McPherson swings and misses. It's a 2-2 count. That was the year they had such great teams with Jim Thome and Albert Bell and Robbie Alomar, Omar Vizquel. They had 455 straight sellouts. That's hammered foul.
Yeah, that's when the Jake rocked. This place was really tough to beat him here. I remember Troy Percival, a great Angels closer. He had a tough time closing off games here.
Everybody had a tough time closing off games against that offense. And Dallas swings and misses, and Jason Johnson gets his second strikeout of the night. He's now retired 5 straight Angels.
Now at the plate for the Angels, catcher Napoli.
Johnson, of course, we told you, in his 10th year out of Conner, Kentucky. He was not drafted. He signed with the Pittsburgh Pirates as a non-drafted free agent in 1992, and then selected by Tampa Bay first round of that free agent draft in '97. Traded to Baltimore, then signed with Detroit. Pitched for the Tigers last year, won 8 games, lost 13, but had 19 quality starts that led the Tigers staff. Now he's facing Mike Napoli, who walked his first time up. Napoli swings and misses. It's a 1-1 count.
So Johnson, he's settled down. He's retired the last 4 Angel batters he's seen. He's getting in a rhythm. Him and Tim Laker behind the plate. But the Angels, they stirred it up the first and second innings. Walks, stealing bases. Got 3 stolen bases already in this young game.
Yeah, they had a little Cleveland-style baseball with the power by Vlad Guerrero in the first inning, and then 3 stolen bases already in this game in the first 2 innings. That's Angel style.
I think Vladdy might have heard us talking about how he hadn't hit a home run against the Cleveland Indians in his career. He took care of that in his first at bat. Nice 2-run shot for his 14th.
He has that streak against the Texas Rangers where he has hit in 42 consecutive games. Napoli swings and misses, and the count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes. And it seemed like Guerrero would do the same thing against the Texas Rangers, getting a base hit early to take the drama away. Boy, what a hitter. He was one of the leading vote gators. Swing and a miss, and Napoli is down. That's 2 outs. 3rd strikeout for Jason Johnson. I'm not sure if you saw the list of the first All-Star voting. Everyone was a New York Yankee or a Boston Red Sox except one, Vladimir Guerrero. All of the leading vote getters. Damon in center field, Manny Ramirez of Boston Red Sox in left field, A-Rod at third base, Derek Jeter at shortstop, Robinson Cano, the second baseman, David Ortiz at first base, and Jason Varitek was the catcher. So when the Angels come home, fans, go ahead and get those ballots. You can get them right by the entry.
Yeah, but I guarantee you there won't be a lot of Yankees that make that, because Ozzie Guillen's going to be the skipper. He's going to take a lot of his White Sox players.
Yeah, but he can only take them if they're not voted on.
Well, that's what I mean. There's going to be a lot of guys that left off that ballot. He's going to take a few of his guys for those reserve spots.
Here is Adam Kennedy. And Rex, what's interesting, I was looking at the guys who are in second place, and they're all Red Sox and Yankees. Coco Crisp high up. Hideki Matsui, Mark Loretta, Jason Giambi, Mike Lowell, Jorge Posada, Gary Sheffield, Todd Nixon, high votes.
It'll be July 11th in Pittsburgh.
So the Big A has to stuff the ballot boxes as well.
That's right. Fans, get our Angels in there.
Adam with a base hit, an RBI his first time up. Puts it foul back to the screen. 74 pitches now thrown by Jason Johnson, and he has 2 outs in the 4th inning. He went 6 in his last start and shut out Detroit. Three and 2, so he's gone 3 and 2 to the last 2 batters. Mike Napoli and Adam Kennedy. He knows if Kennedy gets on, he likely will be trying to steal. All right. They like the try.
Watch out, Sean Figgins.
He had to get out of the way in that on-deck circle very quickly. They've got the wave going. Kennedy to left field. A long run for Michaels. Will he get there? Yes. Johnson back-to-back shutout innings, but it's the Angels 4-0 leaders over Cleveland.
Hey. Whew. Yeah. You look relaxed for somebody in your condition.
It's because I have Aflac.
What do you mean?
Oh, when I'm hurt and miss work,
Aflac gives me cash to help pay bills. My health insurance doesn't. You mean like car payments?
Mm-hmm.
Electric bills?
Mm-hmm.
Or the rent?
Yep. Even food. Chinese is here.
Great. I love duck.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Don't feed your pets dishwater. Do get a rebate on a high-efficiency washing machine. For money-saving rebates and water-saving tips, check out BeWaterwise.
Dive into fun at your Yamaha Wave Runner dealer during the Big Splash Savings Event. Get on the water for just $89 a month or 7.99 APR for the life of your loan on new Yamaha Wave Runners, like the FX Cruiser High Output, featuring power, performance, and comfort, all rolled into one very exciting Wave Runner. Get on the water today for just $89 a month or 7.99 APR on new Wave Runners during the Big Splash Savings Event at your Yamaha Wave Runner dealer.
Get your new Yamaha Wave Runner today in Mission Motorsports in Irvine.
A lot of times when people say, you do the math, there's no math involved. But when Arby's says it, they mean it. You can choose any combination of 4 Arby's melts or ham and Swiss melts for only $5. Maybe you want 2 Arby's melts and 2 ham and Swiss melts. Or 3 ham and Swiss melts and 1 Arby's melt. You do the math.
I was told there would be no math.
The Arby's Mix-A-Melt. Any combination of 4 delicious melts for only $5. It'll have you saying,
I'm thinking Arby's.
You're watching FSN West.
Jered and Jeff Weaver are the 22nd set of pitching brother teammates in Major League history and the 7th in the last 40 years. The question is, which set of brothers holds the Major League record for most combined wins by pitcher? And the answer is Phil and Joe Niekro, 539 combined. Wow. And some brothers getting it done. Ken Forsher's the assistant general manager of the Angels. He and his brother Bob, quite a pitching combo back in the 70s and 80s. Ken, of course, pitched for the Angels. Angels have had 3 sets of brother combinations, Benji and Jose Molina, and Stewart and Stan Clyburn. Stu was a pitcher and Stan was a catcher. Both played for the Angels in the 1980s, but not the same years.
Okay, Weaver now, after striking Hafner out looking in his first at bat, went to 3-0. Big Travis could be swinging here.
He has just 1 home run his last 13 games, but tremendous power. And he misses outside a leadoff walk, the second walk by Jered Weaver in this game.
Let's take a look at his 5 strikeouts. So he's been successful against the 2nd best hitting team in the American League. Breaking ball, fastball in the corner. Another slow curve or slider. Fastball. Another breaking ball. Two different speeds to that slider. Different arm angles.
He was a dominant pitcher with strikeouts at Long Beach State with a school record 431. Man on, nobody out. Casey Blake up. And that's 5 straight that have missed the strike zone.
It's okay. Perfect time for Napoli to come out and talk to Weaver and say, hey, look, slow down just a little bit. Going a little bit too fast. Let's focus down in the zone. You want to elevate by design. That's good, but we got to get ahead first.
He's gone 10 straight shutout innings in his big league career. 7 in his first start at the Big A last Saturday, and allowed just 3 hits. Scioscia knows he has tremendous talent. And the Angels foundation is starting pitching. Just recently they signed Kelvin Escobar to a 3-year contract. He gets a breaking ball across, and it is a 1-1 count. Angels have 4 veterans now: Colon, Escobar, Lackey, and Jered's brother Jeff Weaver, and 2 young pitchers, 23-year-old Urban Santana and Jered Weaver. Blake to center field. Figgins turns his back, races, and makes a tremendous catch, and he will double up Travis Hafner. How about that play by Sean Figgins?
What a nice running catch. He timed it perfectly at the wall. Remember, in Weaver's first start as a major leaguer, Blatty helped him out with a double play, and now we get one here. This ball was hit well. Casey Blake thought he could have a chance, and Figgins took a nice route to it, stayed with it, crashed into that padded wall. Had plenty of time as Hafner was taking off and running around the bases, but Figgy crashes and takes a big crow hop and throws it all the way to first base. Nice big lift for Weaver, especially here in the middle of their lineup.
That may have been Sean Figgins' biggest play of the year. What a tremendous catch in center field.
He's made a couple nice ones back in our homestand there. He made a nice diving catch on the grass. He's ready to play and compete.
Well, he got a great jump, and that's when speed outruns a shot like that, where triples go to die. They used to say that about Willie Mays in center field, where triples go to die.
That was a potential big inning right there. That could have happened. I was going to have to go ahead and try to get through Broussard. Talked about what a year he's having.
Rex, you could have had a run home with a runner at second or third base, nobody out. Instead, 2 out, nobody on. Broussard down in the count, 0-2.
Pitching and defense goes hand in hand. Now the Angels, they're not extremely proud of their defensive record this year. They've aired 34 times now, 53 games. But they've been able to come up with some big plays when they've needed them.
Oh, how about that off-speed pitch? Napoli could not hold on, so still alive as Ben Broussard at 1 ball and 2 strikes. They're coming in again. And he does strike him out this time. So 6 strikeouts in 4 innings, but tremendous defense by the little big man. Sean Figgins taking extra bases away from Casey Blake.
He's getting biggy with it.
Here's Michael at the foul line. He shoots over Elo. No good. Michael misses. Cleveland win. They're waving Giambi around.
If you're a fraction off,
Safe at home.
it can change everything.
Clark in the end zone.
On the field and in the lab, where Gatorade scientists test and retest athletes so we know exactly what their bodies demand. Precision counts. Out there.
Jeter hits him. Bulls win. Bulls win. Yeah.
And in here.
He kind of looks like a baby. Come here. I'm gonna eat you.
This guy's crazy.
Baby back.
But you want to know what's even crazier? Settling for anything less than DirecTV. You get 100% digital picture and sound on every channel, even on all your local channels.
Come on, get in my belly!
Call today to get our most popular programming package for free. There's good TV, there's better TV, and then there's DirecTV.
Yaris from Toyota.
The alternative is to cook one for yourself. See you in a few minutes.
When your defense makes plays like this, helping you out, you wait for them to come in. And Jered Weaver, big tap on the back to Sean Figgins as he took a run away from the Cleveland Indians and a potential big inning. Figgins will lead things off, 5th inning for the Halos. He's been on once with a walk, also stole a base and hit a sacrifice fly, knocking in his 16th run of the year. Played 17 games in center field this year. Most of his action has come at third base, but with the emergence of Dallas McPherson and the injury to Darren Erstad, well, Figgy's got more time in center field. And good news with Darren Erstad, his ankle's feeling a lot better. He had a rehab assignment today in Rancho Cucamonga. Good news also on Bartolo Colon, who threw yesterday 4 shutout innings for single A team. There's a blooper into center field, and Figgins on for the 2nd time. Always love to see him get on to lead off an inning.
Walk and a knock makes him extremely dangerous now. He had a sacrifice fly in his 2nd at bat. Figgins being productive so far early in this game. Not to mention the run he saved on that wall catch.
Well, here come the 2 guys again, Figgins and Cabrera. We told you first 2 games victories over Minnesota, 8 hits, 7 runs, 3 RBIs. In this one they have been on 4 times now, with Figgins reaching on the base hit, and they've already driven in 1 and scored a run. Johnson throws over, and Figgins just does get back in time.
Yep, they got a good idea he's going to be going now. He stole on the first pitch last time. Tim Laker, the catcher, he's looking in. You can see the stolen bases by the Angels. They're out doing a speedy Devil Rays team. That's where the Angels go play next. Tampa Bay and Joe Madden's team.
They've already stolen 3 in the game. 1 by Figgins, 1 by Kennedy, 1 by McPherson. Angels scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Sean does not go, and the pitch is taken for strike 1.
It's got to be really, you have to have a lot of discipline if you're Cabrera. You know that he's going to throw a fastball in there, but being an ideal number 2 hitter with a premium stealer at first base, he's going to give him a couple strikes to go. That fastball is awfully inviting to swing at first pitch. Figgy didn't want to run on a fastball. He'll run on a breaking ball.
A very close play, and this time Johnson's throw is right on the bag. Figgins, you could see that shoulder. He's kind of jerking a little bit, looking like he was going to go.
Breaking ball gives you a little bit more time to get down there and steal the bag.
Cabrera pops it up right side, and Broussard watches it reach the seat. So Sean right now is on his own with Cabrera down in the count, 0-2.
Sometimes when you're a pitcher and you have a speedy base runner, it's going to distract you a little bit from that strike zone. Your main objective is to get that batter out. He's the one who could hurt you. But when you get out there and you're Sean Figgins, sometimes he doesn't even have to run. Just the fact they know he will run will put nerves and make him a little jittery. Johnson.
I'm not sure if the Angels would go on an 0-2 count because Wedge did pitch out earlier on an 0-1 count.
Johnson, he's going to hold the ball at times. He's got a little slide step once in a while he'll use.
Figgins does go, and the pitch is in the dirt. Another steal for Figgins as Eric Wedge chooses not to pitch out.
Figgy rips off his 19th stolen base. Got a great jump and picked a perfect pitch to go on. There's that breaking ball down low. There's no contest. Straight steal all the way. Cabrera taken.
Cabrera chased one that was away from him and strikes out.
That's not easy to do. Cabrera, he only strikes out once every 14 at-bats. He's in the top 10 and toughest fan. First inning, Big Daddy pulled his hands in, hit a line shot over that 370 wall right near his sign. It says beware of Vlad. I mean, he hit it almost right to the sign.
Angels only have 3 hits in the game, but 4 runs because Johnson, very wild early in the game, walked 4 batters in the first 2 innings. He hasn't walked a man since. Figgins at second base. Guerrero takes strike 1. Johnson has retired 8 of his last 9 since that walk to Orlando Cabrera in the second inning. Boone deep at third, almost on the edge of the outfield grass is Peralta at short, and that got in on his hands, and for the 3rd straight time Vladimir is down 0-2. He's homered and grounded out in this game.
They try to tie him up. He's coming in there again. That's a pitch Vladdy sometimes will take. That tied him up, though. He says, you know what, I'm looking in there. I know you're trying to come in there. But again, for the 3rd straight at bat, he's got him down 0-2 in the count.
Figgins goes, pitch way outside. Steal number 20 for Figgins, and his first 3 stolen base game this year.
Laker couldn't get it out of his glove. That's what speed does. We've seen it already again. We've seen it once. Couldn't get it out of his glove. Speed makes you try to be too perfect, and when you are trying to be perfect, you make mistakes.
Wedge now will bring his infield in, and Vlad takes way outside. Laker did a great job blocking the ball in the dirt. A 2-2 count now to Guerrero. He does not have to give in to Vladdy.
Look at Laker. Watch him use both hands. He used his knee on that one. Anything to keep it from going back to the screen. That's a great block.
I'm going to stay away from Vladdy, and Guerrero just does get a piece of it. Again, first base is open. You've got Superman at the plate. He doesn't have to give in. Could set up the double play with a lefty, but remember, lefties have absolutely scalded Johnson this year. Garrett Anderson waiting in the on deck circle.
God, he wants that ribby.
One time Johnson looked like he made a mistake, but Vladimir only was able to top it foul. He's already thrown a ton of pitches, 91 in the game, and not yet through 5 innings. Nobody up in the Cleveland bullpen. Upstairs, Vladdy saying, wait a second, it was a 2-2 count.
He says, I'm going to take a walk if you're going to give it to me.
He's got a smile on his face too, like, oh man.
You know, he would. They might try to do the same thing with first base open, but you know, you take your chances with Garrett. Garrett's been really good driving runs in, even though he hasn't homered since April 22nd. Garrett is a valuable run producer.
He gets another chance, knocks it back to Johnson. There's the throw to the plate. Out of the plate is Sean Figgins.
Yeah, they forced this run in here, but Vladdy's bat was right where Figgins wanted to slide. Okay, see that bat, and Laker was standing there. Figgy says, you know what, I'm toast. So with nobody out, he tried to force that. Excuse me, there was one out. Trying to force that run home there, but Figgy had no chances. That was all blocked off. Plus that bat, it's not too fun to slide on a bat.
Yeah, the one infielder you didn't want to tap it to. Right back at the mound. If that ball gets by Johnson, Figgins scores easily, and the Angels are up 5-0. Guillermo Mota is starting to warm up down in that Cleveland bullpen. When Angels do have a 4-0 lead, but this is a tremendously explosive offense. Cleveland second in batting this year, 290, second in runs scored, almost 6 per game. Jered Weaver has shut them down through 4 innings. Garrett Anderson is up, and GA in the game has struck out looking and hit a smash to the first baseman Ben Broussard. The Angels have stolen 5 bases already in this game. Now Guerrero might be thinking about going. He's 4 for 4 this year.
Garrett good on the high fastball. This is a park here that he can homer in. He hasn't homered since April 22nd. It's tough with his back leg bothering him, giving him trouble, but he continues to play on it. He doesn't want to come out of the lineup. Now, we just saw the Minnesota Twins. Shannon Stewart, their star left fielder, has been out with the same injury Garrett has, plantar fasciitis, and he decided he was going to get out and let it heal. And they could afford to do that with Lou Ford playing in his place, and also they brought up the rookie.
Garrett sends a ground ball to Ben Broussard. Nice play, and Ben touches first base. The Angels done in the 5th. They threaten but do not score.
The battle for the title ignites. The world's first team fighting competition crowns a champion as the Silverbacks square off with the Tiger Sharks. The International Fight League, Sunday only on FSN.
Got $1 in my pocket. Gonna spend it on you. I know it's not much, dear, but it'll have to do.
The green burrito taco salad at Carl's Jr. Because you can't have burgers all the time.
The one book everyone relies on, the SBC Yellow Pages, is getting a new look. So keep using it until it becomes the AT&T Yellow Pages. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world delivered. The one book everyone relies on, the SBC Yellow Pages, is getting a new look. So keep using it until it becomes the AT&T Yellow Pages. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world delivered.
Introducing the best dynamic performance SUV in its class, the FX, from a company called Infinity.
Angels lead it 4-0 over the Tribe. Angels DirecTV look ahead. Upcoming games on FSN West, Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday in Tampa Bay, and then back home Friday against the Seattle Mariners. Angels live pregame versus Seattle at 6:30. 1-800-DirecTV for MLB Extra Innings. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you. Jered Weaver ready for his 5th inning of work. He's thrown 4 shutout innings, now 11 straight to open his major league career, facing Ron Belliard for the 2nd time. He walked Belliard with 2 outs in the 2nd inning. Ron hit one down the line. It would have been a home run had it been fair, but it hooked foul at the last second, and he missed it by about 5-6 feet. Belliard got it on his hands and fouls it back and out of play. So the count goes to 1-2. Belliard, a veteran, 31 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. He's in his 8th big league season. 284 batting average last year with 17 home runs. He has just 3 this year, but a big one yesterday in their 12-8 win over the White Sox. And there's a shot to center field, but right at Sean Figgins, who has the best defensive play of the night. Hey, fans, come out of the ballpark on Thursday, June 15th, as your Angels take on KC. All fans in attendance will be able to beat that summer heat with a red Angels floppy hat courtesy of Westcom Credit Union. Great seats are still available but are going fast. Log on to angelsbaseball.com and purchase your tickets now.
Floppy hats. Love them.
Kids just love them. You take shots of the kids in the stands and they've got those floppy hats on. Then you'll see them at school the next day with the Angel floppy hats on. Aaron Boone with a rope to left field, and he's living well. I mean, Figgins made a tremendous catch on a drive by Casey Blake that he turned into a double play. Sean Figgins did. And now two pretty hard hit balls here to open the 5th inning by Belliard and Boone.
Saying Weaver's living right?
You bet.
That's right. Two hard hit balls. That one by Belliard was scalded right at Figgy. Hey, look, that's the way the game goes.
It does.
That's why you got defenders out there. And that's exactly how you do it. Pitch to a little contact. Hope they're in the right place at the right time. And when you're in a groove and you're going like he is. Heck, he's mentioned 11 scoreless, but what was his scoreless streak in AAA before he got here? Was he like
30? It was 27 and a third. Now it was 34 and a third going into this one.
That's pretty good.
So it's 34 plus 4 2/3, and that would make it 39 innings.
Wow. Even though, you know, that's AAA, but still, he beat a Minnesota Twins team that was batting .269. They were 9th in the league. Still good big league hitters. But this team is a real test. They're .290, second in the league behind Toronto in batting. It was the Baltimore Orioles he beat. Excuse me.
Out to play right side goes Tim Laker.
Baltimore, they're hitting .269 just like the Twins were.
Laker reached on an infield hit. Weaver's really been sharp. Right before his major league debut, he admitted that he didn't sleep much the 2 nights prior when he received word from Brian Harper, his AAA manager, that he was being called up to the major leagues. He said the day before his start, he was just waiting and waiting for hours, it seemed like, for just batting practice to start. He just wanted to go out in the outfield and shag baseballs, get the butterflies out. Didn't pitch like he had butterflies. Well, he strikes out Tim Laker here and now has 7 strikeouts in 5 shutout innings of the Cleveland Indians.
Dream Weaver. Wow, is he in fuego.
The all-new Ram Mega Cab has an available Cummins diesel, the only reclining rear seats, and the most rear seat legroom in a truck. It has the world's biggest cab.
See you guys. Later. Okay. Who's riding shotgun?
I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Hi, honey. Comfy back there?
The Dodge Ram Mega Cab. Yeah, it's that big. This June, get 0% financing or a $3,500 cash allowance on Ram Mega Cab.
Hi, buddy. I'm Jim Clay. And if you're looking for a quality pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, and if you live or work in Orange County, come see us first. We've got a great selection, and we're going to provide you with a Carfax report at no charge. Plus, every pre-owned vehicle comes with a limited warranty. But above all, you know we're going to treat you right. Hurry to any Title-Click dealership in Tustin and the Irvine Auto Center.
About updating your kitchen, now's the time. Get up to $700 cash back. KitchenAid at Pacific Sales. Buy 2 or more KitchenAid appliances and you can get up to $700 cash back. At Pacific Sales, you can see California's largest display of KitchenAid and get the lowest prices too. See for yourself. Hurry. Rebate ends May 27th. Pacific Sales. The world's best appliances at the lowest prices.
Watching FSN West.
4-0. Weaver's been outstanding through 5, and the Angels with the lead. Hey, Sunday night, some of the greatest poker players get together to find out who's the best in the world. Find out on the Poker Superstars 3 Sunday at 8 o'clock in the evening, only on FSN West. Yamamoto now comes out of the bullpen, taking over for Jason Johnson, who only allowed 3 hits, but threw almost 100 pitches in 5 innings. And Mota this year, a rather high earned run average. And look at the number of walks, 13 in just 22 1/3 innings.
Yeah, Mota, he's got a good fastball, anywhere from 90 to 95. He's got a slider and a changeup. They use him a middle to a long man. He has struggled, though, in his Tribe debut. His confidence is down a little bit. But, you know, last year he missed the last 6 weeks of the season with the Marlins with some elbow and shoulder problems, and they feel like they've worked those out.
Well, he was acquired from Boston along with Andy Marte and Kelly Shopback on January 27th. Jason Johnson went 5 innings, but those 4 walks all came back to haunt him in that 4 runs in first 2 innings of the game. Settled down after that, only gave up 1 hit in his final 3 innings. Kendry Morales will lead things off. He is 0 for his last 15. Morales with a dynamic debut, going 3 for 5 in Texas, including a home run in his second big league at bat.
It's good early numbers. He's getting his first big league dose of humble pie. As we've talked about it before, how heavily scouted this league is up here. It's, you know, if they find a hole in your swing, that word's going to get to the next team and the next pitcher. They're going to pound that hole and expose it. Breaking balls out of the zone. They know he can hit a fastball.
So if you are a scout, Rex, and you're going around to every single ballpark watching, what would your scouting report say on young Kendry Morales?
Say be careful with fastballs or breaking balls, soft stuff over the plate. I would pitch him down and in tight with fastballs. And I would work him on the outer half of the plate and get him to swing out of the zone a little bit. He's a little anxious, especially when you're 0 for 15. You're going to be trying to get back on track.
The one thing that the Angels have been very impressed with in his young career is the way he has been able to adjust. Remember, he missed an entire year of baseball because he was suspended from the Cuban team when he tried to defect, and they caught him and threw him in jail. And then he was successful in defecting, but had such a hard time getting a work permit to come from the States after he signed with the Angels in December 2004. Didn't even make his professional debut until 5.5 months later. Again, a ground ball that is hit foul. But boy, when he came up, what a player. His second pitch he saw in pro baseball at Rancho Cucamonga, he hit for a home run. And then slid for a while at Class A and then took off, hit over 300, promoted to Double-A, started slowly, and then adjusted. So Mike Scioscia and Bud Black, they talk to the scouts and they say wherever he's gone, he's been able to make the adjustments. And that's so key with a young player. Did he go? They don't appeal. He held up. And he started slowly this year at Salt Lake City, a .235 batting average in April, .413 in May when Mike Scioscia called him up.
Well, this is exactly what Mike wants. He needs some production. Got a guy who's got a high ceiling. There's a knock.
And that'll break the 0 for 15, and Morales starts the 6th inning well for the Angels.
Now stepping to the plate, the designated hitter.
Well, Omar Linares and Kendry were considered the best position players to come out of post-revolution Cuba. And here's why.
Hey, there's a ball out over the plate, middle of the plate. See, he's good in there. Anywhere out over, he's going to put the bat on the ball, make some contact. So Mota had him down but couldn't finish him off. Carl Willis told me that Mota was trying to overthrow a little bit. So when you overthrow, you're trying to impress your team, your new team, and sometimes the ball gets elevated instead of pitching. Pitching means hitting your spots.
Here's Juan Rivera. He takes low. Rivera grounded out to third and lined out to right field. 0 for 2.
When you see a guy come in the game like that, you know Mota's got a fastball. You're gearing up for that. That's what you're looking for.
Tough time with his new team, and they are missing Bob Howry. Bob Howry gave him 72 appearances last year out of the bullpen, and he was sensational in setting up Bob Wickman. And they are still searching for that setup guy this year. Jason Davis has a good fastball, but he's unproven. They've just gotten Rafael Betancourt off the disabled list, and he has a dynamic arm.
Yeah, that's a big lift for him to get Betancourt back.
And they thought Mota might be that setup guy for Wickman. Mota's thrown a lot in baseball recently. From 2003 to 2005, he had the most relief innings in the major leagues, almost 270. On the hands of Juan Rivera, and he spins it out of place. Well, he does that every time. Anytime he takes one that, you know, backing out of play where it hits just a piece of the wood, he'll smell the bat to get that smoke off there. And go, oh yeah.
He likes to smell the burning of that, the friction of that leather ball with that wooden bat.
Tells you got pretty good bat speed, huh?
That's right. You can smell it without even actually going up to the bat and smell it.
Morales goes, and Rivera takes, and the throw by Laker not in time, and the Angels just running at will. That's their 6th stolen base off Tim Laker.
For Morales, that's his first big league bag. Good jump. He's got average speed, but when you get a good jump like that and Mota's not helping much, it's not Laker's problem. It's the fact that he's not been able to get a pitcher who can get it to him in time. Let the Angels steal these bases.
Well, last week, Rex, Matt Lecroy was the catcher for the Washington Nationals and had 8 stolen bases off of him against one team. Frank Robinson took him out of the game in the middle of the contest, and Frank was darn near in tears in the post-game interview. He said, you know what, it's one of the most hurtful things I've ever done. But they talked to Lecroy, and he said, hey, if my dad was managing, he would have taken me out of the game. Rivera strikes out here.
Yeah, Frank was in tears. Heck, that's tough. But Lecroy, he's not a catcher. He's kind of a backup. He's like a third catcher. He's a DH in the American League, but in the National League, you got to play somewhere. They don't have a DH in that league. Juan Rivera hitting .364 with runners in scoring position, strikes out. Now it's Dallas's turn. He's a .231 hitter so far in his young season.
Dallas swings and misses the first pitch. Strike one. He has walked and scored and struck out swinging. The Angels will see left-handers next Saturday and Sunday here in Cleveland. Cliff Lee and CC Sabathia. Right-handers will go for the Halos, Kelvin Escobar and John Lackey.
So McPherson, he might find a little pine time with the lefties going, and Rob Quinlan able to play third base. He wants to try to get what he can get today. He's got a walk and a strikeout so far. He scored back in the second inning.
Just does get a piece of it, and a 1-2 count now to Dallas McPherson. Angels have had opportunities. They took advantage of them early in the game. A 2-run home run by Vlad Guerrero in the first inning, and took advantage of a lot of Jason Johnson walks in the second. 2 walks by Johnson, scored one by Dallas McPherson, and then one by Mike Napoli. Both would score on a single by Kennedy and a sacrifice fly by Figgins.
You know, McPherson went to the Citadel. That's a military school with a lot of discipline involved, and I asked him last year if they ever pulled any pranks on him, you know, what they did, and he says, yeah, his sergeant made him sit on the commode in the morning and warm it up for him, like at 5 a.m. He got him.
That's a good story.
Yeah, he got him up and made him warm the lid up.
Dallas sends one high in the air, deep to center field. Look at this. Some kind of power by McPherson as he rides it out to center.
That's exactly what Scioscia and Renicky were hoping for, as not only did he warm up the seat, he warmed up the backside of that baseball as he just torched it out of here.
I was wondering how you would segue that together. Huh?
Hey, look, that's his 4th home run this year. He keeps that kind of production up. That's exactly. Now that's a ball down low, an off-speed pitch. And that's the kind of power he's got. He provided all that. That wasn't a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. That was one of Moto's changeups. Drove it.
Well over 400 feet. It's 405 to straightaway center field. So the Angels with a 6-0 lead here in game 1 of this series. And the tail of the tape, 419 feet.
And Dreamweaver again getting some run support.
He got 10 last time out.
He's
hey,
got a smile on his face.
He hasn't given up any, so
nope,
all he needs is one.
And the defense has been great for him too. They've been playing very good behind him.
Mike Napoli up. He's walked, struck out, and Mike swings and sends it high in the air and deep to left, but it is hooking and going foul at the last moment.
He got all of that one. Just couldn't keep it fair as his top hand dominated. Whenever you hook one foul, your top hand rolls a little bit too soon and it hooks it foul. But a nice swing. Napoli, a free swinger. Hands starts out. That's out over the middle of the plate. He was right on it. Good quick swing. Look at that. Nice hips. So check out his hips, Fizz. He's got real good turn there. An extension. Even though it's a foul ball, that's a sweet swing.
So Napoli gets another strike from Mota. A 2-2 count now. 2 runs home and the home run by McPherson, his 4th this year. A little bit low. Boy, that's a pretty good 2-strike swing.
Better believe it. He'll take that walk and that 2-run homer. Scored twice. Just talking about the feel good of that. Talking with Tim Salmon.
That's what you like about the big, strong hitters. If a pitcher makes a mistake instead of a fly ball, I mean, it goes 419.
There's Big Vladdy. He checked in with his 14th, and McPherson there, he got his 4th.
It's beginning to pick up. The Angels still were dead last in slugging in the American League at 388 coming in. And now Napoli gets it on his fist, tries to dump it into right center, but Sizemore is there to make the catch for the 2nd out of the 6th inning.
Okay, Napoli took an inside pitch here, tried to fight it off. He jammed him. That's a hard little 2-seamer there. You could see how he backed off of that. He was already committed to swing. He got a little bit too much of it for it to doink in there.
Angels offense much better, and it really goes back to that meeting that Mickey Hatcher and Mike Scioscia had with the team in Chicago. They talked about plate discipline, about swinging at your pitch. It's okay to take a walk. Just get on base. That's what the Angels needed. Well, their first 34 games this year, the Angels only hit .244. They are darn near batting .270 since, and everything has gone up, including on-base percentage, which is what Mickey Hatcher wanted to see. Swing at your pitch. Now Kennedy skies one to right field. Casey Blake makes the catch. The inning is over, but the Angels get 2. Dallas goes deep. McPherson to right center. 419-foot shot. It's the Angels 6 and the Indians nothing.
I know you like me. I know you do. I know you do. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was raw like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't you?
Yaris from Toyota.
Meeting a teen girl online is easy. They're so desperate for attention.
Attention from older guys is flattering.
They get me more than guys my age.
Age lets me play the supportive older guy and act interested.
Interested in the same things. You get to know someone when you're
Chatting seems unthreatening to them. Once I talk about how perfect we are for each other.
Other people don't understand. If you trust someone, what's wrong with me?
Meeting them is the goal. That's when things get really interesting.
Online predators know what they're doing. Do you?
Our Jack in the Box game reset for Friday, June 2nd. We're seeing a little bit of angel magic here. Vladdy goes deep. Big Daddy, 14th on the year. And we're seeing Weaver. We're going to show you 2 punch-outs of his 7 so far in this inning. And we're going to see some defense by Sean Pickens off the wall. Nice grab. Dallas McPherson, he goes deep. Put a charge into that low changeup from Mota. And heck, the Angels and Weaver have found themselves a 6-0 lead. And Weaver, he's towing the rubber again, Fizz, coming out here for his 6th inning of work.
He has thrown 12 shutout innings to start his major league career. He will face Grady Sizemore for the 3rd time. Sizemore 0 for 2. He popped up to center field and struck out swinging. Well, Weaver was asked if he would have butterflies for his first road start, and he really said no. He remembers pitching for Team USA in 2003 when he shut out the Dominican Republic in Santo Domingo, and that is no small feat. I mean, that is a baseball crazed country. A little bit low here, and he said, I didn't know what they were saying, though. That was the great thing. He says, but it's where everybody hates you. I do know that.
Yeah, look, you know, he just knows one thing. He's trying to stay focused on Napoli, the strike zone, staying in his game now. He's expended 79. This will be his 80th pitch. Good fastball on the corner, but he's been mixing all of his pitches well, keeping him in the strike zone. He has walked a couple batters, but that's okay. This is a team that really can eyeball you.
49 in the zone. The 2-2 to Grady Sizemore, up and away, a 3-2 count. Weaver struck out 7 to go against his 2 walks. Out of play, and it has to be impressive as his college coaches from Long Beach State flew out here. Mike Weathers is head coach. Troy Buckley in the stands tonight watching their protege pitch. Boy, was he brilliant at Long Beach State. Bouncing ball, first base. Morales gives it to Jered Weaver, and there's 1 out to start the 6th inning.
That's what he wants. Get that leading lady out of there. No offense to Grady Sizemore, but that's kind of a term in baseball. Now, Buddy Black, he's pretty pleased to see what Weaver's done through 83 pitches.
Selection, what it does, you have yesterday off, and all of a sudden you have a guy working deep into games, and you can really pace your bullpen well. Well, this is his major league start. Not bad,
I should say.
He was a sensational All-American at Long Beach State. 15-1 his final year with a 1.62 earned run average, and the command you saw in college shows up in the big leagues.
So what makes it so tough for the hitters to see on Weaver is that he turns his back to the hitter, and then he'll put his arm all the way down low. He's got a low arm slot from when he starts right there. And so the hitter can't pick up the release point that well. As we just saw him come 3/4 sidearm. But if you watch Weaver, watch how he turn his number 56 to the hitter, and then watch where he brings that ball from. Right down there, and the hitter really can't get a look at it. Ooh, where did that miss? That was a good spot right there. Okay, now we're going to watch Weaver. We'll look at how he's going to turn his back to the hitter, but the hitter can't see the ball still. It's behind his body. Now all of a sudden he whips it out of there. He's got a good whipping like action. I don't know how Larry Young missed that pitch before that. That was a fastball right down the middle of the plate.
Rookies have to earn it, Hud.
Hey, look, strike to me, it looked like a pretty good pitch.
He stays with the fastball and got it low enough, and all Michaels could do was pop it up. Morales will take care of it, and 2 down here in the 6th inning.
Okay, Weaver was supposed to get ahead. He's been getting ahead all night. Okay, get command of counts. That means get ahead, and then put guys away. He's done it all. I'm sorry, but Fizz, I've got to give him a star for what he's done.
You may have to give him a star plus.
Well, you know, and it's still early. I would expect him to come back out depending on how he does with this batter here, but that's just his 90th pitch thrown. You might expect to see him again to try to duplicate his 7-inning performance of his major league debut.
He gets a breaking a ball over to Johnny Peralta for strike 1. Peralta 0 for 2 with a strikeout and fly out. He's controlled the top of the order. They are 0 for 8. Sizemore, Michaels, and Peralta.
This is a team here that scored 12 runs off the White Sox in last night's game. Jose Contreras. They didn't get them all off Contreras, but they beat up their staff pretty well. Ooh,
there, strike 3 called. 6 shutout innings by Jered Weaver, the All-American out of Long Beach State. He has 8 strikeouts in just 6 innings.
Dream Weaver too. Nasty.
What would you change about your full-size truck?
More space in the back seat. More headroom.
Definitely more space.
A bigger cab. You have to use a little more cab space, especially in the back.
It could use some extra space. It's a little tight back there.
Just make it bigger.
We couldn't change their trucks, so we introduced ours, the full-size Nissan Titan. Ruggedly equipped at $30,805 at your Nissan dealer now.
I love the back seat room. There's a lot more room.
What do you think?
I think it's my next truck.
The Arby's Mix-A-Melt. Any combination of 4 classic Arby's melts or delicious ham and Swiss melts for only $5. It'll have you saying, I'm
I got my hacks in then, and I'm still getting my hacks in now. Time to go to Roger Dunn. At Roger Dunn Golf Shops, you'll find expert club repair and professionals to find the right club for you. Get your game up to par and visit a Roger Dunn Golf Shop near you.
Sellout weekend at Power Toyota Irvine. All new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs are discounted and ready for immediate delivery. This weekend only, there's on-the-spot financing with credit specialists for instant approvals. If you buy today, you drive today. If you're serious about saving money, this is the weekend. Power Toyota Irvine is the place. Do it now. Come Monday, the all-out sellout event is over. Don't let the doors close on your chance to save big.
Watching FSN West.
Angel fans enjoying this one. The start to a road trip that goes to Cleveland and Tampa Bay. They have a 6-0 lead, scoring 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 more in the sixth. They've hit a couple of home runs, a 2-run shot by Vlad Guerrero in the first, and a 2-run monster by Dallas McPherson in the sixth. So Figgins comes up. He's been on twice.
And what we're witnessing is an Angel style baseball game right here. Pitching, hitting, and good defense by this guy Figgins for sure. He helped out Weaver.
And stolen bases.
And bags.
Running 6 for 6 stealing bases, and Figgins has 3.
They're taking it to their opponents. Even though it's the 7th inning, and with their power, it's a little bit too early to get excited about this game 1. But what we've witnessed is Weaver dealing against the 2nd best hitting team in the American League. Figgy getting Figgy with it. He's got a walk. He knocked in a run with a sacrifice fly and a base hit. Like you said, 3 bags. Pitching, speed, and power, and defense. The Angels are on display here in game 1.
Check those numbers out.
How about those 8 punches? Angels must have got their rest.
Sean Figgins out for the first time in the game. And are you tired of eating hot dogs at every game? Well, try visiting the Home Plate Club. The Home Plate Club is a great place to enjoy an amazing pregame meal that features a buffet of delicious appetizers, salads, vegetables, entrees, and desserts, as well as a full-service bar. Restaurant opens 1 hour prior to the game time. Reservations are not necessary, but are recommended by calling 714-940-2470, and they've got brilliant chefs. J.C. Marquez, Marco Garcia, so many great talents out there. not only the home plate club, but they were saying that Knothole Club is a great area to dine at as well. And the Diamond Club, of course, right behind home plate.
Ooh. Also, you know, when you take that elevator up to eat at those restaurants, you get to talk to B and Edmund, two of the finest elevator operators in the land, Fizz.
And they do a great job, you know, particularly Edmund with his rosin bag so his fingers don't slip off the fingers, off the buttons.
Worried about Edmund's finger, though. It's getting a little crooked. He's been sitting in there punching them floors, but you're going to like it.
Well, things are looking up for Ed. Here's the 3-0 count to Orlando Cabrera, and he takes a strike. OC has been on twice on a fielder's choice and walking in the second inning, so he has reached base in 33 straight games. Still, his 12-game hit streak is on the line. And he is on for the second time in the game. So the Angels have 5 walks. First 3 either led to runs or scored runs. They are 1 stolen base away from the team record and leading 6-0. It may not be likely, but they did steal 7 back in 1981 against the Boston Red Sox. Vlad Guerrero, he is 1 for 3 with a 2-run shot back in the first inning, his 14th home run this year. Angels really held down by a talented left-handed pitcher on Wednesday, Francisco Liriano. And we told you about the first 34 games. That was when Mike Scioscia and Mickey Hatcher, the hitting instructor, had a meeting, a hitters meeting, to talk about patience at the plate, fundamentals, and look how the numbers have gone up since, averaging almost a run and a half more per game since. And their on-base percentage also going up, and we're seeing more walks, better at bats.
Plus 24 in their average. See, and you're getting good pitching. That's how you're going to win. It's a pretty simple formula in this game. Mike Scioscia and Angel fans have been used to seeing that. Mickey Hatcher, he's got a hacking team, but he's trying to teach patience up there and plate discipline. But getting in yesterday on their off day, our traveling secretary Tom Taylor did such a great job of getting these guys in by 6 o'clock last night. They all were well fed and well rested, and they're ready for the Tribe. And they're showing it with speed, power, and pitching. Defense, knock.
Base hit to left field. So Vladdy has 2 hits in the game. So the Angels threatening to break it open here in the 7th inning. Hey, Vlad's countrymen are here today. The Dominican flag out.
Well represented. Vladdy, no stranger anywhere. He's Big Daddy.
Well, he is such a delightful guy. He's one of those rare superstars that really doesn't act like a superstar. Alfredo Griffin also grew up in the Dominican Republic, and he said he's a nice guy who likes to play baseball. He's had a lot of chances to move from his hometown, but he stays with his people. He still has a home in Bani in the Dominican Republic. Remember, this is a guy, Vladimir Guerrero, who had to drop out of school after the 5th grade after a hurricane damaged the property in his town, and the only school in town was turned into a hurricane relief center. That's why I thought it was so awesome last year that Vlad Guerrero and David Ortiz, when Hurricane Katrina hit, the very next day, we were in Boston. They came out and said we'd each like to donate $50,000 to the Hurricane Relief Center, and talked to Vlad afterwards. And I said, Vlad, why did you decide to do this so quickly? And he said, when my country was hit by that terrible hurricane when I was in the 5th grade, the United States was the first country to help us out. And he says, I remember.
Giving back.
You bet.
Okay, so Carl Willis came out to talk to Mota, saying, hey, look, you know, I know you're only used to pitching you 2 innings here, but I got to give Jason Davis a little time to warm up, get him in here. But be careful with Garrett. He likes a high fastball.
Well, so he didn't give it to him there.
Oh, he pulled the string on it. Garrett's producing the runs. Home runs haven't been coming because we've mentioned it's been tough for him with that injury he's suffering. It's hard to get any leverage with that back leg, but he's been getting his RBIs. Mota is a little bit nervous about Cabrera and company. Look at Orlando's going, hey, look, we're up 6-0. I'm not running.
You think he said that?
Well, his body language, his body language told him.
He's still trying to get in Moda's mind, though.
He's very active always and animated. He's a guy who likes to have fun. It's okay to have fun on the ball field.
Anderson with a drive, and that's his first home run since April 22nd, and it breaks this game wide open.
Moda tried another off-speed pitch, and Jered, look at the booster club, man. The booster club's pumped up. A lot of Angel fans in the stands here witnessing the Angels at the top of their game tonight. Jered Anderson going deep. Now off-speed pitch again. Yeah, ball went down. Almost the same location as Dallas McPherson's home run, and Jered Anderson checks in. Sore leg or not, he went deep. Nice stroke. That's why he insists on playing all the time. He tells Mike, hey Mike, I got a chance to do something tonight. A 2-run shot, Moda, he's hearing it from the fans here.
The Angels putting a pasting on the Cleveland Indians, 9-0.
Introducing the best dynamic performance SUV in its class, the FX, from a company called Infinity.
Dr. Ray's office, please hold.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Dr. Ray. Thanks for coming. I was reading your file here, and it says that you're interested in breast augmentation. Let me have you this robe, and we're going to start with this measurement right here. Wow, that's kind of small. Now, there's nothing wrong with small breasts, but I think in your case, it would build your self-confidence if you went bigger, probably even a lot bigger.
Naturally larger chicken breasts on the Bacon Swiss Crispy Chicken Sandwich, new at Carl's Jr.
With its Hemi power and muscular styling,
Nice car, mister.
Nice bike.
it can make anyone feel like one bad dude. Charger, unleashed. This June, see your Dodge dealer to get $1,000 in June bonus cash on the fuel-efficient Dodge Charger.
Angels baseball is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. By the Rocky Mountain Refreshing Coors Light. And by Infinity, using the power of design to create dynamic, beautiful vehicles. There's a look at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio, and the Angels rocking and rolling to a 9-0 lead over the Tribe. Urban Santana's giving Vladimir Guerrero a rub down, and those are the three guys who went deep: Anderson, Guerrero, and Dallas McPherson. The guy getting all the support, the kid. He's got 19 runs of support in his first 2 big league starts.
Yeah, but look at that focus, man. He's focused. He knows he's got another inning under his belt coming.
The Infinity call to the bullpen. Out goes Moda. In comes Jason Davis. We still have one Moda left, and Jose Moda will join us in the postgame show. Here's Kendry Morales, who started the trouble for Guillermo Moda in the 6th inning when he launched a single to center field. And Jason Davis this year 2-1, a 3.16 earned run average. This guy throws pretty hard, Rex.
Yep, fastball, slider, split finger. That's a knock.
It does. And Kendry Morales now 2 for 4 in the game, and the Angels' success continues. Boy, the starting pitcher Jason Johnson only gave up 3 hits, but the Angels have 5 more since, and they also have 5 more runs since. And Mickey loves this. I asked him who's the pick to click, and he goes, you guys pick it.
Hey, look, let me tell you, whatever they're doing, just keep doing it, because they've been a lot more disciplined at the plate. They're having confidence. They're getting big hits. They're getting starting pitching. They're playing some defense for them. You know, they've had a few errors in a few games on that homestand, but they haven't really cost them like it did early this season. But they didn't even take batting practice on the field. The field was covered with a tarp before the game, so they just took a little indoor cage hitting. And Mike Scioscia, with a 125 start tomorrow's game, said we'll hit a little covered.
Yeah, most of the bad weather has swept through, and they do expect sunshine tomorrow in Cleveland, Ohio.
You know, last night when we got in, I saw a whole van full of players going to dinner somewhere. You know, that's always a good sign. These guys are staying together.
Juan Rivera to center field, but Sizemore has it measured, pulls it down, and Kendry Morales goes back to first base. Why is that a good sign, Rex, when a group gets together to go out and dine?
Because that means, you know, you're together. You don't have guys going different directions. You know, guys aren't pairing up, going here and there. They're going as a bunch, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I've said it before, but what's fun about that is they'll have everybody put a credit card in a hat, and the waitress will pick a credit card, and whoever she picks has to pick up the whole dinner.
Ooh,
it can be pretty pricey, but it's fun. They get to bond. More bonding time.
What was your biggest bill when they chose your card?
$2,500.
Ooh.
It hurt me.
I guess you were in trouble getting home.
It hurt. and I was young and didn't really have the cake, but you know what, though? That was the last time. We probably dined it now about 10 more times that year, and I never got picked, so it evens out.
Yeah. Dallas McPherson up for the 4th time. He has walked, struck out, and hit a 2-run home run. A long blast back in the 6th inning.
It's good for Dallas. You know, he wants to keep his production in there, whether he's walking or getting base hits or homers. He wants to stay in there. Mike Scioscia doesn't want to see him get down low and lose his confidence. His confidence is everything up here. You don't want to get buried.
Yeah, he still says part of his problem is that he's such a perfectionist. He has a tendency to overanalyze. And he said, I've done that my whole life, and I have to learn to let it go. And he said 2 guys who really helped him in that area are Garrett Anderson and Tim Salmon, the 2 veterans. You got to be able to let it go. You're not going to always feel good about your at-bats or feel good at the plate.
There's a couple veterans right there, Salmon and Weaver. And I found out, Fizz, that I learned more from talking to a pitcher than I did another hitter.
Orlando Cabrera said the guy who's helped him most in hitting when he was with the Montreal Expos, talking to Pedro Martinez. He goes, Pedro Martinez, people don't realize what a brilliant athlete he is and how smart he is and how he sets up hitters. So I talked to him about how he would approach them. McPherson fouls it off the glove of Tim Laker. But Tim Salmon had an interesting comment the other day when he said, you know, I actually did my best in ball games when I had my worst batting practices, where I go, man, I got to focus here. I got to really be keeping my weight back. I've got to, just thinking all the little things, and then take some deep breaths, step into the box, and let her fly.
You know, batting practice is totally different than the game, and it's played every day, this game, so it becomes a mental grind.
Dallas to center field. Sizemore there. Makes the catch. The inning is over, but the Angels get 3 more on Garrett Anderson's first home run in 6 weeks. Jered Weaver coming back.
Galaxy Soccer on FSN West. It's set to be an explosive night of MLS action as Los Angeles travels to Houston for a showdown with the Dynamo. Galaxy, Dynamo, Saturday at 5 on FSN West.
Motel6.com is the only place you need to go to find a great room at a great rate. Olay, 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 olay. The best place for the best rates is Motel6.com. We'll leave the light on for you.
You guys are just like Supercuts, right?
How about a nice number 2?
What's a number 2?
How about a nice number 2? Lather-ins, repeat, lather-ins, repeat. Repeat, repeat.
I just wanted to trim.
Number 2, number 2, number 2, number 2.
I am awesome.
Hot styles from people who know what they're doing. Supercuts, every time.
Like racing and the ocean? Stop by Supercuts for a chance to win a trip to the Bahamas for the Supercuts Beach Bash.
A simple brushstroke unites performance and design. With the engine placed near the center of gravity, and the wheels pushed to the far corners. A simple brush stroke becomes the more agile, more balanced G35 Infinity.
Coach says, why pay more to stay somewhere else? Just slide into Motel 6. It's clean, comfortable, and always a steal. Good one, Coach.
We'll leave the light on for you in Accor Hotel.
Jered Weaver has been dazzling in his big league debut, shutting out the Baltimore Orioles in 7 innings, and tonight in 6 innings, the Cleveland Indians. Some defensive changes for the Angels. Rob Quinlan comes into play left field for Garrett Anderson, and Tommy Murphy will give Vlad Guerrero a couple of innings off here as the Angels again have an early start tomorrow on Big Fox Channel 11 back in Southern California. Jered Weaver getting ready for his 7th inning of work. He will face Travis Hafner, Casey Blake, and Ben Broussard. This guy really has some savvy. He was the system's best combination of stuff and command. And there were scouts that we talked to that said he was by far their best pitching prospect, and many thought he may have been the best pitching prospect in the game. His arm is loose and fast. His arm slot is a little higher than his brother's, but he really has it.
And he gets it. He's very mature. Let's see if Hafner, he can get him again. He struck Hafner out, and Hafner's walked.
Hafner pops it a mile high. Figgins coming on, and Sean is under it and makes the catch for the first out of the 7th inning. Well, the Angels Booster Club is here tonight, and they will be hosting the 8th annual Freeway Series blood drive on Saturday, June 10th from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon in the Plaza Level Exhibition Center of Angel Stadium. Help the Angels, help those truly in need. For more information or to make an appointment, call 1-800-GIVE-LIFE or log on to givelife.org. Been able to get there the last couple of years. Tremendous cause. And they said there are so many in need of blood throughout Southern California. Casey Blake up. But Rex, he may not have the fastball of a Felix Hernandez of Seattle or Francisco Liriano, who we saw on Wednesday. But there's a moxie to his makeup, and there's a base hit by Casey Blake. And also, there's such deception to his pitches. You're talking about how late it is to pick up the read on his arm slot and his release points.
That's right. You don't have to throw hard to be successful. And that might be the key for Bartolo Colon. Bartolo may never throw 96 again. He might. I think he's got that left in his tank this year. But he's going to be successful at 93, 94. Weaver's touched 92, 93. Plenty of stuff to get big league hitters out when you mix in your secondary pitches. That's just the 3rd hit Weaver's given up.
In the air, left center field. Figgins off to the races. He will not get this one. Blake will score from first base. And that's the first run given up off Jered Weaver in his major league career.
Not too shabby. So Buddy Black says, you know what? I think he's ready to go get him. That's a fastball in the outer half. Broussard, he's been doing that to a lot of right-handers this year. Broussard really good, having a solid season. Hitting .351 coming into this game against righties. Mike Scioscia, he's going to take out his young phenom. That's a tremendous job by Weaver. 8 punch-outs on the night.
And his Long Beach State coaches were here tonight. Mike Weathers, Troy Buckley. They'll be getting together after the game, but a proud moment for Jered Weaver as Kevin Gregg comes out of the bench.
With seating for up to 7 full-sized adults, the LR3 has been called exceptionally spacious by the Italians. The Germans describe it as roomy and comfortable thanks to an expansive 3rd row. And in South Africa, it's renowned for its full house of luxury features. Applauded worldwide, Designed for the extraordinary, the LR3 by Land Rover. Visit your local Land Rover center.
Let's get you cleaned up.
Supercuts is a proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing.
Hey, how's the temperature?
Supercuts, every time.
Want to try some color?
Yes, I do. Let's get a look at ya.
Supercuts is a proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing. Supercuts, every time.
Like racing and the ocean? Stop by Supercuts for a chance to win a trip to the Bahamas for the Supercuts Beach Bash.
The Digital Rebel XT. An 8-megapixel, easy-to-use SLR. Virtually no delay when you snap the picture, and with the ability to shoot at 3 frames per second, you never miss the opportunity to catch the impossible. The next generation Digital Rebel XT, official camera of the NFL and future NFL players everywhere.
Quite a performance by 23-year-old right-hander Jered Weaver, and this was moments ago when he came off the field. His teammates, including his brother Jeff, right next to him, congratulating him. And what a performance. He goes 40 1/3 consecutive shutout innings, going back to his days in Salt Lake City, and to open his big league career, a marvelous performance. Only 2 walks and 8 strikeouts.
That's 13 punch-outs in 2 games for Weaver.
So Kevin Gregg out of the bullpen, a 2-2 record. He went to the pen when Weaver was called up to start. Kevin to face Ronnie Belliard and Aaron Boone.
You know how to handle one of the best offenses in baseball with quality pitching. Quality pitching outdoes good hitting any day of the week. Gregg's going to use his fastball, slider, changeup, split finger combination. Try to keep Weaver's run from scoring there at second base.
There it is. Good fastball. Great life to it. Kevin Gregg does have good stuff. Jered Weaver, the command of his pitches, remarkable at such a young age. There is big brother Jeff, 6 years the elder. He's put together back-to-back terrific starts to get Angel victories, and Jered Weaver trying to nail down his second in the big leagues.
Jeff is keeping his distance from Jered, and I gotta believe Jeff's saying, hey, it's not this easy. You're making it look easy. But he's pulling for him, but really the arrival of Jered has helped Jeff as he's won 2 in a row now. It's motivated him.
Back up the middle. Cabrera can't reach it. In comes Ben Broussard. Here's the throw to the plate, not in time. So now you can close the book on Jered Weaver. 2 runs allowed in this game.
Belliard gets a fastball down low. Whacks it right back up the middle by Cabrera. Tribe getting a little something going here in the 7th.
Now trailing by 7, and Aaron Boone will come up. Still the Angels with their 9th quality start in their last 10 games. They have an ERA in that time of about 3.80. Regardless of what you say about the Angels hitting, it's exactly where it was at this time last year. They're averaging 4.3 runs per game. It's been the pitching that has been a little bit sour, but they had a marvelous pitching staff last year that helped keep them in games. They had an ERA at this time about 3.7. And the same is true with the Cleveland Indians, Rex. What's hurt the Indians is not their offense. That it has been outstanding this year, averaging close to 6 runs per game. But their ERA is more than a full run higher than it was at this point last year. And thus, the record of 500. And for the Angels, 7 under 500. Boom. Get out of play. 3 straight hits by the Indians this inning. First 2 knocked out Jered Weaver by Casey Blake and Ben Broussard, and then Belliard takes one back up the middle and scores Broussard. Eric Wedge coming off a very emotional series with the Chicago White Sox, where they won 3 of 4 from the world champions.
Yeah, last year the White Sox had Cleveland's number. They knocked the Cleveland Indians out of the race. They won 14 of 19 games between these two teams. And that's, along with Detroit, this is a very strong Central League in the American League.
A swing and a miss, and down goes Aaron Boone for the second out. Kevin Gregg gets the K of Aaron Boone. Remember the last week of the season, Cleveland, Chicago were battling it out, and the White Sox were struggling. Well, it was a Tribe that went 1-6 the last week of the season, including a Sox 3-game sweep of Cleveland, and they're hoping they're growing up and getting past that. But they lost a really good starting pitcher in Kevin Millwood, who led the league in ERA, and a good setup guy in Bob Howry. Replaced them with Jason Johnson and Paul Bird. Bouncing ball hit to Dallas. He goes across the diamond, gets his man there. The inning is over. Weaver gives up his first 2 runs of his major league career, but still has a 7-run lead.
You're watching FSN West.
This is the final weekend of Paul's great annual sale with fantastic savings like this and no payments, no interest till 2008. Hurry into America's #1 big screen store.
I am the king. So in an effort to make bolder moves, I'm unleashing a bold-tasting Chipotle chicken ciabatta sandwich. A spicy crispy chicken breast or a grilled chicken breast with a smoky chipotle sauce on lightly toasted ciabatta bread. Now who else is ready to be bold?
I've never had the courage to say this.
Come on, we're all friends.
Your head is freakishly large.
Too bold, Stan.
Three screens, wireless, broadband, and TV are now coming together. The new AT&T is bringing you all the ways you see your world, all on the most complete and secure network. The new AT&T, your world delivered.
Yaris from Toyota.
There's our Jack in the Box in-game box score. Figgins, he was on base 3 times. Orlando Cabrera on twice, so he continues his streak. That's 33 in a row that he's reached. Vlad went deep. GA went deep. Kenny Morales had 2 hits. Dallas also hit a home run, and Napoli has been on with a walk, and Adam Kennedy with an RBI single. So a little bit from everybody, and heading to the clubhouse, Jered Weaver. In his major league career, he has given up 2 runs in 13 1/3 innings. Trying to give the Angels a nice start to this road trip that has 3 in Cleveland, 3 in Tampa Bay.
Yep, 99 pitches total by Weaver. 61 strikes, 39 balls.
Mike Napoli getting his first start since turning his ankle in Baltimore last Saturday. He was 0 for 2 with a walk. Almost hit a home run, sent it down the line, just twisted foul. And now a 3-0 count by Jason Davis.
And they pressured the Tribe early. 6 stolen bases by the Angels. The track meet is broken out here along with their power.
Three by the guy who led the major leagues in stolen bases last year, Sean Figgins. Stole second twice and third once. Mike Scioscia says, hey, Cleveland's got the power. We've got the speed. Let's beat him with our ball. And They beat him with the Cleveland ball as well, hitting 3 home runs tonight.
And they're getting closer to being back to full strength. As Bartolo make another rehab start. Isturis and Erstad are out on rehab starts. They'll probably join the team when the Angels get home for next Friday's game.
And Cologne could have a start in that series against the Seattle Mariners. Get your tickets now. Seattle coming to town. Angels a hot ticket in Southern California. Napoli walks for the 2nd time in the game. Hey, stay tuned after the game for Angels Live. Patrick O'Neill and Mark Gubizar will be back in the LA studio. Rex Hudler, Jose Mota, and I will give you complete post-game coverage with highlights, analysis, and interviews. That's all coming up right after the game on Angels Live. Adam Kennedy up for the 4th time. He has singled a drive and a run and also stolen a base in the 2nd inning. He's popped up the other 2 times. Angels now with 6 walks offensively in this game, 2 by the rookie Napoli.
Hope Napoli's got a good idea about the plate discipline, but overall, all Angels are starting to eyeball a few more pitches at the plate. It's going to help him. All right. Yeah. Kid's thrilled he got him a big league ball.
Inside 2-1. And boy, the walks just always either get to you mentally or also. Let's take a look at that foul ball. That guy picks it up and he says, "Hey, young man, the baseball. There you go." But 4 of the walks, Rex, 4 of the 6 they've issued in this game have either scored or led to a run.
That's why walks are so valuable. Plate discipline. You can get on base, big hits. Sometimes, most of the time, those walks come back and haunt the pitcher.
Angels came into this game 5 games behind the Texas Rangers. Rangers are leading early against the Chicago White Sox 2-0. And in that contest, the starting pitcher is Cameron Lowe for Texas, and the White Sox going with John Garland.
Angels just want a nice steady climb up to 500 again, get themselves back.
Oakland is hosting Minnesota tonight.
Angels are happy to see May's gone the month of May, and June's here, and they're starting out pretty good. This one they had yesterday off.
Tell you what, some of the teams have some health problems. I mean, the A's lost Mark Ellis for about 6 weeks with a broken right thumb. That's going to hurt. They've had Rich Harden out, although he'll be coming back soon. Esteban Loaiza, Milton Bradley, Jay Watasic, Joe Kennedy, Justin Dukeshire. Base hit right field by Adam. Napoli turns second, holds there. He picked up Dino Ebel, who was down the line, saying, "Wait a second, put the brakes on."
Kennedy had a good at-bat there. He's fouling off a lot of pitches off of Davis. Finally got one he liked. That's what good hitters do. They'll foul off the borderline pitches and they'll wait for the good one. Kennedy turned on it. Coming into this game hitting 270. Adam.
Sean Figgins has been on base twice with a walk and a single. He also had a sacrifice fly to drive in his 16th run this year. Another team that's really been banged up this year are the New York Yankees. Gary Sheffield out with a torn ligament in his wrist. Hideki Matsui, he may be done for the year with that broken wrist. And Derek Jeter is suffering problem with his hand. Mariano Rivera with his back. And they don't have an organization in the minor leagues that's deep like the Angels, because they've traded off so many of their prospects to get players. A ground ball. Broussard has a heck of a play, but Figgins is going to beat him to the bag, and the bases are loaded for the Angels.
You have no chance the pitcher's going to beat Figgins to the bag. Broussard showing nice range at first base. That ball I thought was going to get through the hole, but Broussard quick to his right. Slides. You can see Davis Couldn't quite get there in time.
Rex, it just goes to show you what a weapon Figgins is when he hits the ball on the ground.
Speed never goes in a slump. And that's right. We talked about that before the game, Sean and I. He talked about plate discipline and taking more pitches and trying to hit the ball on the ground. There's a fine line. He wants to lay off those bad pitches. He said his numbers aren't there yet. He's been seeing a lot of pitches in his at-bats. That's what's important, he says. Some of the strikeouts he's had this year have been some borderline high pitches, and he's trying to train himself to stay off of that high pitch. He knows if he hits the ball on the ground, he's got a chance.
Orlando Cabrera with a 12-game hit streak on the line. He's been on 3 times on a fielder's choice and 2 walks. He has never hit a grand slam in his career, but he's also not the kind of guy who goes for one. He is a great situational hitter.
He has reached base for the 33rd straight game.
It's the longest stretch of his career. And there's a fly ball hit to right. Blake will take care of it. Napoli does not go, and there's one down with the bases full. Blake, a former infielder, probably has the best arm of any player. Well, back on Saturday, Tommy Murphy hit his first major league home run at the Big A down the left field line.
Did that right-handed. He's got good pop, and I'm going to tell you something. Mike Scioscia really likes Tommy Murphy because he's such a good defender. He's got good speed. He can come in and pinch run.
He hits a high fly ball to left. Napoli will tag, and Mike is coming. Here's the throw to the plate. It will be cut off, and the Angels score their 10th run of the game.
Nice sac fly.
I agree with you, Rex, because he's a guy who can do so many things.
Yeah, Mike loves his defense. He made some good plays already this year. One in Texas at the wall he ran and got late in the game. You know, and for a pinch runner. And Meister Asturis will be coming back sometime, but I'm sure Eric Ibar will probably go back down. And Meister they'll have 2 guys that can run. 2 switch hitters. So the bench is going to get better along with Erstad. Hopefully Erstad's rehab will go pretty well. He was going to play in tonight's game. He was going to DH.
That is at Rancho Cucamonga. Last night Bartolo Colon threw 4 scoreless innings in that game, and they said he'll have 1 more rehab start before he returns to the Angels. There goes Rob Quinlan to right field. He is out. The Angels score a run. They push their lead back to 8 over the Tribe.
So what we're doing here is called idling. Now, let's practice parking until lunch.
Try out our tasty new chicken strips, only $1.29 at AM/PM.
If you experience a tire blowout while driving, ease your foot off the gas, keep a firm grasp on the steering wheel, and pull safely off the road.
This smart driving tip is brought to you by your Southern California Dodge dealers and FSN West.
Dive into fun at your Yamaha Wave Runner dealer during the Big Splash Savings Event. Get on the water for just $89 a month or 7.99 APR for the life of your loan on new Yamaha Wave Runners, like the FX Cruiser High Output, featuring power, performance, and comfort, all rolled into one very exciting Wave Runner. Get on the water today for just $89 a month or 7.99 APR on new Wave Runners during the Big Splash Savings Event at your Yamaha Wave Runner dealer.
Get your new Yamaha Wave Runner today at Mission Motorsports in Irvine.
This is the moment of truth, the real deal, where talk is cheap and there is no second place. Do you have what it takes? Dromo 1 Junior Kart Racing is now open. This is a fun way to compete and play while learning great driving skills, hand and eye coordination, and the thrill of victory. For racing schedules, go online at d1orange.com.
watching FSN West.
Angels early and late. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and then scored 2 in the sixth on a home run by Dallas McPherson, a 3-run shot by Garrett Anderson in the seventh, and they get a sacrifice fly from Happy Murphy in the eighth. Bottom of the eighth we go. New shortstop comes in for the Angels, taking over for Orlando Cabrera to give him a couple of innings off. It'll be Eric Ibar. There is Eric, whose brother Willie is off to a terrific start for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Eric 10 months younger. Jered Weaver got the start and went 6 1/3 strong innings through shutout baseball through 6, and then gave up 2 in the 7th. Grady Sizemore 0 for 3. Boy, did Weaver control the top of the order. Sizemore, Michaels, Peralta 0 for 9 combined. Broken back ground ball hit to Dallas McPherson. He throws him out. He's been solid at third this year. Angel fans always traveling and missing games. Watch Angel games live online whenever you're away from Southern California. Exclusively from MLB.TV. AngelsBaseball.com has more live games than anyone else. AngelsBaseball.com, where baseball is always on. Kevin Gregg now back in the bullpen. Faces Jason Michaels for the first time. He is 0 for 3 with a ground out, strikeout, pop up. Tomorrow afternoon on Big Fox 11 in Southern California, it'll be Cliff Lee against Kelvin Escobar. Then on Sunday, it will be CC Sabathia against John Lackey. That will be at 5 p.m. local time in Southern California. Then the Angels go to Tampa for 3. To right field and deep. Murphy at the wall. It's gone.
So Michaels keeps his hitting streak alive. That's his 11 games for him as he went opposite field with his 4th home run off of Kevin Gregg. Solo shot. Got him a fastball up in the zone, and that ball was saying hit me to right field. It was up and on the outer half of the plate. Murphy, not afraid of the wall.
Oh, man.
Goes right through it.
That'll knock your fillings out.
That's hungry. He wants that ball. Good effort. Nice padded wall, though.
Johnny Peralta with a rope to left. That's a base hit. It will get to the wall. That's Lou Merlone. I beg your pardon.
Yep, big Lou came up as a pinch hitter for Peralta. Lou was an Angel last year. He had to leave the Angels because he tore 3 ligaments in his right ankle. Mike Scioscia saying, hey, look, that's Bud Black. Saying we might have to get somebody up. Kind of getting to our guy, Kevin Gregg.
Hector Carrasco starts to warm up in the Angel pen. Right now the Angels protecting a 7-run lead. They have 4 outs to go. Trying to nail down their 24th win this year. Move a little closer to the Texas Rangers, who have a 5-game lead over the Halos and playing tonight in Chicago. Here's Travis Hafner. Big swing, strike 1. White Sox just scored 3 and took the lead on Texas 3-2. They're in the top of the 5th inning now. Cameron Lowe had shut him out the first 4. First 3, I should say, because that game being played in Chicago. Tight.
You know, the Angels are in good shape right now. This is early. They don't want to necessarily run off with a big lead. Texas, they usually fade in the heat in the summer months as it gets a little hotter there. They've got a good offense.
History shows that one of the teams in the West to beware of is Oakland. I mean, this was the time of the year the A's last year for a 2.5-month stretch played 70% winning baseball. They hope to get their starting rotation back. They expect to get Rich Harden back and Esteban Loaiza back very soon.
He's falling behind. Pretty powerful hitter. Hafner has got a walk, a strikeout, and he popped up to center fielder, Sean Figgins.
But he's got his hand on the phone. He's waiting for that next pitch. And it's inside and ball 4, so now he'll make the phone call. I mean, you got a 7-run lead. You just need to pound that strike zone. And Kevin Gregg not doing it here.
Buddy Black saying, okay, now we've got another pinch hitter.
Todd Hollingsworth is coming on.
Yep, he's coming up here, so let's keep the ball down, see if we might roll a double play.
Gregg having to make the adjustment from the starting rotation, where he would get 4 days off in between starts to now to the bullpen.
There's Lou Merlone. He's getting a chance. Gets a base hit against his team last year, the Angels. And Fizz, you know, when he got his start this year, when they called him up from the minors, he got a start. Guess where that start was?
Third base.
It was
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Ooh, in the same field he hurt his ankle on, tore 3 ligaments. And Eric Wedge's manager said, "Hey, look, I just found out that this is where you hurt yourself. How do you feel?" He goes, "Well, not too good playing here, but I'll give it a best." And he got a couple of hits off of Johan Santana.
Hollingsworth, a very good pinch hitter. He takes a ball outside, and the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's 1 for 5 off the bench this year. I talked to Todd before the game. He says, you know, this American League, this is his first year in the AL. He says, it's not really what I thought it was going to be because you don't get to play. No pinch hit. National League, you get to pinch hit at least once a game. You know, you're in all the games. You go play defense. But he signed, Eric Wedge signed him to a 1-year contract. And he's got a good attitude. Says he's just waiting for his chance to play. He goes, all the guys in the outfield are having good years right now. I can't get any playing time. Everybody's playing well.
Gregg has him down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Hollingsworth played with the Cubs last year. Colorado Rockies, Dodgers. He's a well-traveled veteran, but he can provide some sock off the bench. He's 1 for 5 with an RBI off the bench this year. Good at-bats on right here. I mean, some good swings. Got a good AB going. He's in his 12th year in the big leagues already. I remember when Hollingsworth was just a rookie.
Dodgers thought he would be the next terrific outfielder. And he could play all 3 outfield spots and really could run. But he suffered so many injuries. Leg, shoulder. Here we go. 2 on, 1 out. Well, he tried to check his swing, but went through and strikes out. That's the 2nd out of the 8th inning for Kevin Gregg.
Split finger. That'll do it to you. Pretty tough one. Gregg's got a good one. Let's go ahead and try to finish off this inning here.
He'll face a hot batter in Ben Broussard. He had a great series against the Chicago White Sox with a couple of home runs and bats almost 400 against right-handed pitching. He came in at .391, and against the Angels right-hander Weaver, he went 2 for 3. Taps that one foul. Angels with a terrific start to this game, scoring 2 runs in the first inning, a 2-run home run by Vladimir Guerrero. And then in the second, they scored 2 more. Back-to-back walks by McPherson and Napoli led to runs.
Booster Club brought their rally monkeys with them. They don't really need them tonight. They're just giving them a little work.
You're saying a rally monkey, even a rally monkey needs exercise?
That's right. They brought them along. They're hoping that they don't see the We need the rally monkey this whole series, but against this team here, I don't know. Escobar's going to have his hands full. So will John Lackey. Next 2 games.
Broussard with a big swing and miss. It's a 1-2 count now. Greg, big, powerful right-hander out of Corvallis, Oregon, 6 feet 6 inches tall. Still has that split. He has an option. He struck out Todd Hollingsworth on a 1-2 count. Went fastball and popped up. Right center field. Sean Figgins is calling off Tommy Murphy, and Sean makes the catch for the final out of the 8th inning. To the 9th we go. It's the Angels 10, the Indians 3. Vladimir Guerrero to the warning track, to the wall. Can he get there? Yes! He smacks into the wall, but somehow manages to hold on. What a play by Vladdy!
Hi, I'm Mike Sosha, Angels manager. Sometimes my players ask me for advice. Should I be more aggressive on the base paths? How can I improve my bat speed? Where can I get a great deal on a plasma TV? Well, that one's easy. I tell them go to Howard's. Howard's has the largest selection of plasma and big screen TVs in Southern California at the guaranteed lowest prices. And Howard's experienced sales team not only talks to you, they know what they're talking about. Go to Howard's and go home happy.
Introducing the best dynamic performance SUV in its class, the FX, from a company called Infinity.
Angels baseball is brought to you by Jack's Chipotle Chicken Ciabatta Sandwich. Your choice of a spicy, crispy, or grilled chicken breast with smoky chipotle sauce. And by Nissan and your Nissan dealer. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler in Cleveland, Ohio at Jacobs Field. Angels with a 10-3 lead. They hit 3 home runs tonight. Now Lou Merlone stays in the game to play shortstop. Todd Hollingsworth will take over in right field for Casey Blake. And the new pitcher will be the lone lefty in the bullpen, Scott Sauerback.
He's got a side winding action for Morales. Will turn over to the right side of the plate. He's already got 2 hits. You see Sauerback, his ERA is a little bit up there, but he's going to curve it. Got a little change up too. He'll work. Good change there.
Scott to face Kendry Morales, batting from the right side for the first time. Morales, power hitter from both sides of the plate. And we have seen him go deep twice this year, once from the left side and once from the right. Rex, that would have to be tough to maintain the mechanics from both sides of the plate. I mean, it's tough from one side.
Morales, though, he shows a little bit more of an open stance from the right side. You're going to have your own personality from each side of the plate. It's totally 2 different ways of hitting. He's a little bit more open on that right side for some reason.
That's a little like Carl Everett of the Seattle Mariners, closed from one side, wide open the other.
From the left side, he's a little bit more closed.
Now it's a 3-2 count to Kendry.
But he's got a similar approach with his footwork. He's going to toe tap a little bit. He's going to get his foot into a position where he can square up and drive the ball.
Shoots it foul right side. Sauerback will try it again at 3-2.
Your feet are very important when you're a hitter. They help keep your upper body back.
Ron Belliard, nice play.
It's a little too hopper. Morales topped it, couldn't quite get it all the way up the middle. Belliard, and most second basemen can make this play off balance. It's the big leagues. The premium players in the world are here. That's a perfect throw.
Juan Rivera trying to join the hit parade. The Angels have 10 hits tonight with 10 runs, and Rivera is the only Angel who hasn't reached base. He's grounded out, lined out, struck out, and flied out to center field. And he hammers this one foul, so now he's down to the count 0-2. He'll be a big part of the Angels' future success, because he was terrific in the second half for the Angels, batting over 300 after the month of August, and played very well the final week and also during the playoffs. So Sauerback tests him away, and the count goes to 1-2. Angels 10 runs, 10 hits, no errors. 2 runs in the first, and they were flying. They had 6 stolen bases tonight, 3 by Sean Figgins. They scored 2 runs in the first on Vlad Guerrero's 2-run home run. There's a shot down the line. Aaron Boone with a spectacular play.
Morales tried one. Belliard made a nice play, threw him out, and now Aaron Boone. Nice play for a highlight tape. Gets flat on his belly, comes up. Watch how he gets momentum with his feet to where he's throwing. That helps with the long throw across the diamond. You got to get set up, get something going towards the place you're throwing the ball. He goes a little sidearm even. That's his release point.
So Boone digs in as they play Dallas McPherson for a slight shift on the infield to pull. Nothing as dramatic as we've seen from some left-handers like Jason Giambi this year, where the Angels will put 3 on the left side, or as Travis Hafner. The Angels defended him with 3 infielders on the right side. Down Broadway, 1-2 to McPherson. Dallas on twice. He walked and scored in the second and hit a 2-run home run, a 420-foot monster to right center field. Sauerback thought he got strike 3.
And that was on a changeup. He provided most of the power for that. Wow. Off of Moda, Guillermo Moda.
Tester outside. He doesn't get the call, and it's a 3-2 count as McPherson doesn't bite. High in the air to right field. Hollingsworth. 9th inning is over for the Angels. They need 3 outs to go to get a victory over Cleveland in Game 1 of this road trip.
What would you change about your full-size truck?
More space in the back seat. More headroom. Definitely more space.
A bigger cab. You have to use a little more cab space, especially in the back.
It could use some extra space. It's a little tight back there.
Just make it bigger.
We couldn't change their trucks, so we introduced ours, the full-size Nissan Titan. Ruggedly equipped at $30,805 at your Nissan dealer now.
I love the back seat.
Room. There's a lot more room.
What do you think?
I think it's my next truck.
Got $1 in my pocket. Gonna spend it on you. I know it's not much, dear, but it'll
the green burrito taco salad at Carl's Jr. Because you can't have burgers all the time.
The all-new Ram Mega Cab has an available Cummins diesel, the only reclining rear seats, and the most rear seat legroom in a truck. It has the world's biggest cab.
See you guys. Later. Okay. Who's riding shotgun?
I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Hi, honey.
Comfy back there?
The Dodge Ram Mega Cab. Yeah, it's that big. This June, get 0% financing or a $3,500 cash allowance on Ram Mega Cab.
10 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Angels. 3-7-0 for the Cleveland Indians. Our Gatorade player of the game. Got to go back to Jered Weaver. He gets it for the second straight start. Very impressive. 6 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs. And he struck out 8.
Yep, he's going to take a long drink of that Gatorade. He might share it with some of his teammates who gave him some more run support. Sean Figgins made a great play off of the wall. Doubled up the runner at first.
Hector Carrasco comes out of the bullpen for the Angels, pitching in his 17th game this year, has a 4.6 earned run average. Mike Scioscia and Bud Black both want to get him back in the groove. He had a rough last outing against the Minnesota Twins where he gave up 5 straight hits. The Angels would lose that game 7-1, but they won 4 of the 6 in the homestand, and they're trying to win their 7th game of their last 9 outings. White Sox still leading the Rangers 3-2. They're now in the 6th inning there. That game played in Chicago. Rangers brought up John Wasden today and sent C.J. Wilson to the minor leagues, and they also acquired Jason Hart from Minnesota for a player to be named later. Texas, of course, traded Phil Nevin recently. Belliard chases that breaking ball.
Interesting to see where Jerry Harrison Jr. plays. That's the player they got for Nevin. He can play some second base and some outfield.
Yeah, they have 2 second basemen with Ian Kinsler and Mark DeRosa. Breaking ball misses away to Ron Belliard. Belliard in this game is 1 for 2. He's been on twice with a walk and a single. Fastball up.
Well, Carrasco, their scoreboard here showed 95. I don't know if that's a true read or not, but Carrasco, he'll throw in the low 90s. He's got a slider, changeup, little curve.
Out of play. Count will stay at 2-2. The scores around the American League. Toronto leading Tampa Bay 4-3 in the 9th. Minnesota and Oakland have just started their game, and that contest has Johan Santana throwing for Minnesota against Oakland's Kirk Saarloos. And Cal State Fullerton, speaking of Saarloos, who's a Titan grad, they're playing tonight. Cal State Fullerton taking on St. Louis, and also in that same area, San Diego, as will be battling Fresno State in game 2. And that Malibu College playoffs, I should say, before they go to the College World Series. It'll be Pepperdine against Mizzou and UCI against UCLA.
Well, Jeff Weaver is a Bulldog, former Fresno State Bulldog. He'll be pulling for those dogs.
Bouncing ball. McPherson has it. He's really played a solid third base this year, Rex.
He's looked good on short hops, long hops, routine balls, everything. He's been picking it and grinning.
How about this? The Angels hit 3 home runs tonight, and you know what that means, fans. Throughout the season, Coors Brewing Company makes a donation to Navidad and El Barrio for each Angel home run hit. Navidad and El Barrio delivers more than 20,000 food baskets to needy families in Southern California each year.
Maybe the Angels could hit 20,000 home runs. That'd be beautiful. Huh? But the 3 is certainly nice, and that guy had one of them, McPherson. Good shot. 419 feet. Yep. Pretty good poke.
Here's Aaron Boone. He's 0 for 3. Aaron now starting June. He had a solid May, hit .313. Angels will go again tomorrow on Fox 11 in Southern California. Cliff Lee on the mound, a left-hander, against Kelvin Escobar, who just signed a 3-year contract with the Halos. On Sunday, it's an 8 o'clock local time, 5 o'clock West Coast start, and a couple of talented pitchers going. And we're talking about basketball size. CC Sabathia at 6'7", John Lackey at 6'6". They will be dueling.
CC's really helped their rotation a lot by coming back. He's won his last couple starts.
Breaking ball misses.
There's CC.
And John.
He's thinking about it. Right now he's probably thinking, I wonder what they're going to have for dinner after the game with the spread here. I wonder what they're going to have. His stomach's growling a little bit, saying, I hope Carrasco can get this over with.
I hope it has some good Texas toast.
Yeah, there's a few spread killers around. That's what they call the dinner after games, spread. Wonder what's for the spread. What are they having? So it's a table they'll have in a room where it's like a smorgasbord style. They'll have food all laid out for the players.
Carrasco gets Aaron Boone, and the Angels piling up the strikeouts in this contest, Rex. That was their 10th strikeout of the night. 8 by Jered Weaver, 1 by Kevin Gregg, and now 1 by Hector Carrasco. Check that. That was the 11th strikeout. 2 by Kevin and 1 by Hector Carrasco. But the Angels with plenty of offense tonight for Jered Weaver's outstanding pitching. A smash that McPherson somehow handles and fires to first base. But an error will be charged here, trying to get that final out of the inning, but he takes a tough shot.
Boy, I mean, talk about a hot corner. This is a one-hop smash. One hopper. Gloves it, has plenty of time. Takes his time. He taps his glove once for timing. A little bit low at the throw. Morales couldn't dig it. He'll be charged with an error. Just his second young season.
Dallas saying, darn it, we were 1 out away from having a really nice game. And it is an excellent ball game with the Angels leading 10-3. But when you're an individual player, you go, I didn't want to make that error.
No, you don't like to make an error. But you know what? No one's perfect that's ever played this game.
So Grady Sizemore gets up for the 5th time. He is 0 for 4 in this contest. And that ball is struck towards left field. A long run for Rob Quinlan near the foul line. He pulls it down. The game is over, and the Angels win it 10-3. So light up that halo in Southern California. The Angels win their 24th game of the year. They for now move within 4.5 games of first place in the Texas Rangers. Mike Scioscia gets the win, and Jered Weaver is his winning pitcher. The rookie from Long Beach State, his second start, his second win. The Angels hit 3 home runs in the game. The first by Vlad Guerrero, his 14th this year. Then a 2-run shot by Dallas McPherson. Another 3-run blast by Garrett Anderson. And the Angels steal 6 bases to enjoy a 10-3 victory. Pretty strong all the way around.
Absolutely. 10-10. 10 runs, 10 hits. In fact, they look great. Ripping off bags. They were running. They were really getting their game in order.
But it just seems like surrounding this success has been Angels starting pitching. That was the 9th quality start the last 10 games for the Angels. Once again, the final score is the Angels 10, the Tribe 3. And Angels Live starts right now. Let's go to Jose Mota.
Thanks, Steve. As he gets congratulations here, Figgy, seems like, you know, you did a lot today, but the stolen bases. But let's start with the guys that you really, good friends of yours, did a nice job offensively. GA and Vladdy.
Well, those guys are special players, and those are the type of players you love to come watch and play the game. They're special players, and they can do some damage at the plate.
Well, they feed off of you too. You did a nice job today, stealing bases. What was the plan coming into the series, knowing that Cleveland had a tough time throwing guys out?
Well, with us, we try to take any base, no matter who we're playing. It's the way we play the game. We try to go first to third on top of plays, and we just try to create a lot of havoc.
Well, tell me, Figgy, about playing behind Jered Weaver today, as we see you running the bases here, but defensively, outstanding play with a guy throwing a lot of strikes.
Well, I mean, you know he's going to be in the zone. He throws a lot of strikes, and he's very competitive. And he has a great idea of what he's going to do, and that's something I've never seen in a pitcher his age. You just got to be prepared because you know he's gonna throw strikes, and he's gonna make guys put balls in play. So you just got to be prepared and be on your toes.
He's done a nice job. Also, you guys winning the last 3 series after a nice start here on the road.
Yeah, we'll come out and get him tomorrow.
Thanks, Figgy. Well done.
Thank you.
Patrick and Gooby, let's go back to you guys.
All right, Jose, thank you very much. Certainly with the Angels winning 7 of 9 makes your job a bit easier. I want to ask your opinion about the young pitcher Jered Weaver. What do you get from him personality-wise? What does he bring into the clubhouse?
Well, here's a guy that has really tried to just fit in, low-profile guy. He's a guy that just trying to fit in with his brother, actually helping a lot. And when you come out there, your profile in the clubhouse changes immediately when you win. And I think he has shown the Angels that he's ready to do that. He's ready not just to contribute in the big leagues, getting his feet wet, but also to win, and he showed it again. And when you go 40 1/3 combined between AAA and the big leagues without allowing a run, it tells a lot about your ability to pitch and your ability to keep your team in the ballgame. One thing impressed me the most, seems like even though the game was 4-0 to begin with, he pitched with the same urgency, same intensity as if the game was 2-2 or 1-1.
Yeah, Jose, 3 home runs tonight. They had 3 home runs on Saturday night, too. So that means they're getting better pitch selection up there. Is it something that Mickey Hatcher has preached with these guys, or is it just a matter of they're just getting hot at the right time?
I think if you go back about 3 weeks when Mickey Hatcher had a hard meeting with them back in Chicago and talked about, hey, guys, we're helping the opposing pitcher too much. You know, we got to really vary that. I want you to be aggressive to your pitch. I think that's learned. Jason Johnson today, the starter for the Indians, comes with a good track record in throwing strikes. Now, he had allowed a lot of hits coming into the ballgame, but you saw how patient they were to start the innings off, to work the counts, and not just the top with Figgy, but also the bottom of the order, eventually getting better pitches to it. And guys, one more thing is, the Angels stole a total of 6 bases last season in 8 games against the Indians. You saw what happened tonight here.
All right, Jose Mota, thank you very much for the insight. We'll catch up with you later.
You guys take care. Thanks.
You bet, buddy. All right, welcome inside our Angel Live studio with Mark Gubiza. I am Patrick O'Neill, and let's talk about Jered Weaver. Yes, certainly the Angels did everything right tonight. They got the home runs, they got the stolen bases, but here's a young pitcher, Long Beach State, going out there. He's got his brother watching in the clubhouse, but showing absolutely no fear and throwing the pitches he needs to.
Yeah, Patrick, this team, it sets a tone with their starting pitch, and Jered Weaver, like you said, has been outstanding. He's working ahead of the count, and that's important, especially even for a young kid, is having that ability, having the confidence to go right after there. That's a pretty good slider right there. And of course, gets a great hitter like Travis Adler getting a free zone on a fastball, but he had that slider work, a fastball going, fastball up in the strike zone, 2-seam, 4-seam fastball consistently throughout this ball game. But right here you see in the fourth, showed me a lot right here. He goes a 4-seam fastball on the outside corner, then he follows up with a 2-seam, that little sink action, then he sets him up with that slider to go 0-2, then he threw a changeup, and then he came right back in there again with that 2-seam fastball to lock him in there. He had 8 strikeouts on the ball game. Another thing I loved about the fact that, look, he's 2-0, 13 1/3. He's got 13 strikeouts, only 3 walks. We talked about when he was down there in Salt Lake City, he had 8 walks and 63 strikeouts. That's telling me he's a tremendous idea of the strike zone, working down in the strike zone. But above all, he's got tremendous deception. You see him now, he's turning his shoulder. The hitters aren't picking up the ball until the very end against him. You can have great stuff, but if the hitter sees the ball out of your hand, they're going to get a good pass at you, but he hides the ball well. He's got a good sharp slider. He goes a 2-seam and a 4-seam fastball. Good changeup, works ahead of the count. I'll tell you, this kid's got a great future, and we're seeing it already at 2-0.
Hey, Gooby, talk about the pressure that a leadoff guy feels and how important Sean Figgins is to the Angels to set the table. It seemed to have been struggling lately, made a great catch in center field, and when he gets on base, he's dangerous.
Well, Patrick, it is tough, especially for a guy that, when he started his career, he was a 7, 8, number 9 hitter in this lineup. But when you're the number 1 guy, you got to get on base and work some walks. Right, the first inning, he came up there and walked, and then, of course, he had a big stolen base here to set the tone once again for the Halos. The next time up, sacrifice fly. You got a pitch to be able to drive. 2-1, fastball, worked him up, brought in the run. That's what you want out of your leadoff guy. Not only gets on base, but when they're given an opportunity, drive them in. But right here, this is a situation where Cleveland had a chance, Patrick, to get back in this ball game. He's playing shallow. He's going all the way back, dead center field, 405. And then he throws a perfect bullet in there to double off Travis Hafner there to be able to set the tone. It's defense and pitching. Coming in his last 23 games, 19 for 90. That's a 200 batting average, but he put the ball in play. 3 stolen bases throughout this ball game. Great jumps. Knowing that this situation, when it's a breaking ball, he read it. The easiest base to steal for any base stealer is third base. And he got that opportunity because he stole second. Get everything in motion. With him stealing bases, Cabrera hitting behind and doing his thing, all of a sudden the atmosphere is there for these guys to be able to score runs with Vlad, GA, the 2-run home run by Vlad, a 3-run home run by GA. They can score runs that way now.
Yeah, GA definitely had been on a slump. Good to see him get hot with the bat, hit the deep ball. Right now, back out to Cleveland, where Hud Dog is joining us, Rex Hudler. And, you know, Rex, yeah, the bats are heating up. It's good to see the starting pitching. And right now, 6 games under 500. I heard you talk about it during the telecast. The climb to reach 500 one game at a time, right?
That's it. Steady climb, fellas. It's great to be with you here in beautiful Cleveland, but it is a steady climb. Whenever you're down under 500 at this time of the season, it's the 54th game being played, you creep and crawl. You try to scrap away wins, but when you get 10 hits and 10 runs and great defense and you play Angel-style baseball, they might get there sooner than they thought they would because they're all of a sudden starting to put their game together. Starting pitching has been happening. Weaver brothers are feeding off of each other. Also, that'll go to Kelvin Escobar tomorrow. The ball will be passed to him. He doesn't want to be shown up by a rookie, and same with John Lackey. Now, they're going to have a tough time. The Angels haven't really hit southpaws too well, but they'll be facing 2 lefties now coming up in these next 2 games. But, fellas, great game to call, and it's a lot of fun watching. Angels track meet broke out, fellas, along with Pilot to Bombardier. Bombay doors were open and 3 big flies. Angels were getting all their game in order, and I'm glad you guys are asking me about it.
Hey, Rex, speaking of long flies, Vladimir, that one time, the first time up there, here's a guy up with a fastball off the inside part of the plate. How, as a hitter, is it possible not only to get a good piece of the bat on it, but keep this ball fair when it was clearly about 3-4 inches off the inside corner? As a pitcher, that's when you wanted the guy to swing at, yet he's able to hit that ball out of the ballpark. How is that possible?
Gooby, he didn't come in enough, and Vladdy keeps his hands in. Good hitters know how to keep those balls fair. He pulled his hands in and let the barrel meet the bat. Perfect timing, and he's so strong as he's able to hit the meat, and he's going to drive that ball up over that big 30-foot wall out there. Big Daddy hadn't homered in his career against Cleveland. He erased that right away in his first AB. But that's called skills, Gooby. Something I never knew as a hitter. Big Daddy Vladdy, he's got all kinds of skills up there, and he knows how to make solid contact on pitches that I've never seen guys barrel up. He can barrel up with the best of them, and believe me, they had a sign out here as Vladdy just took the lights out here. They had a sign, beware of Vlad. Here in the opposing ballpark, Vlad's world known, not just here in America.
Yeah, Rex, I'll tell you what, I'm glad I never had to face Vlad in a real game, because if he hits that ball inside like that, I don't have a pitch to get him out with. But now you made that flight with the club out there after that, tough game against Minnesota, but they won back-to-back series. What is the morale like in that flight going out there? Do they feel this is the time for them to turn it on and get a prolonged winning streak going, or what?
Absolutely, Gooby. They're going to feed off of their good production. They're getting consistent pitching, hitting, and defense, and also the fact that they're hanging together. Last night, on the off night, we got at about 6 o'clock here in Cleveland. I saw 2 busloads of guys going out to dinner together. You know, Gooby, how the bonding time is good during the season in the clubhouses, but after, on your own time, you don't see 1 or 2 guys going out at a time. When you see a bunch of guys going out, that's a good sign. They're meshing well, they're bonding together, and this is really a good start for the upcoming second half. I mean, the second half is still a long ways away, 54 games being played, but they look pretty good, Gooby, and you can't count the Angels out now, just 5 games out, depending on how the White Sox beat the Rangers tonight.
Well, Hud, they may have turned the lights out on you, but the party is not over. Stand by. We're getting back to you in a minute, all right?
Thanks, guys.
All right, plenty more still to come on Angels Live. How soon will Bartolo Colon be ready to face Major League hitting? And does the signing of Escobar mean another man's exodus? That's next.
Angels Live is brought to you by Hyundai. Take the Hyundai Challenge. Visit thehyundaichallenge.com. Galaxy Soccer on FSN West. It's set to be an explosive night of MLS action as Los Angeles travels to Houston for a showdown with the Dynamo. Galaxy, Dynamo, Saturday at 5 on FSN West.
Searching for one great SUV? Hyundai has 2. California, the Hyundai Challenge is here, where we challenge you to compare our award-winning Santa Fe and Tucson and save thousands over the comparably equipped Honda and Toyota.
Do the research, do the test drive. You owe it to yourself to get America's best warranty and check out Hyundai before you spend too much on Honda or Toyota.
Take the Hyundai Challenge today.
Get a new Santa Fe with up to $3,000 cash back at your local Hyundai dealer. Hurry, offer ends June 30th.
So, Coach Johnson, we've been tipped off you've been bringing your team to a second-rate pizza joint, one that serves rubbery meats and frozen dough.
No way.
Unlike Round Table, who only uses the finest ingredients.
Yeah, always Round Table.
Then how do you explain this tape, Coach?
Okay, I was just trying to save a few bucks. They're terrible.
How do you think their little tummies feel?
Taste the quality difference of the King Arthur Supreme, part of the premium specialty menu, only at Round Table.
It's Sit and Sleep's Memorial Sale, which means giant savings for you and financial ruin for Irwin.
Oh, my
You're killing me, Larry! Get the lowest prices of the year, with queen-size sets selling elsewhere for up to $5.99, now on sale for just $3.87. Buy any Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Springer, or Miralax, and pay no interest until 2008, plus delivery and bed frame free. No, Larry! Sit and Sleep will beat anyone's advertised price, or your mattress is free!
The Digital Rebel XT. An 8-megapixel, easy-to-use SLR. Virtually no delay when you snap the picture, and with the ability to shoot at 3 frames per second, you never miss the opportunity to catch the impossible. The next generation Digital Rebel XT, official camera of the NFL and future NFL players everywhere.
All right, let's check out the pitching matchups this weekend. Saturday on Big Fox, that's Channel 11. Kelvin Escobar faces Cliff Lee. Then in the series finale, John Lackey taking on CC Sabathia, who is off to an incredible start for the Tribe. All right, right now, let's get back to Cleveland, joined by Steve Fiziak and Rex Hundler. Guys, Escobar gets the ball tomorrow. Yeah, he's fresh off that 3-year extension. How important do you think that deal was for the Halos, and just how excited is Escobar to get inked that deal?
Patrick, I thought it was an excellent deal that General Manager Bill Stoneman got done, because all of a sudden he has a mix of 3 outstanding veterans for the future in Cologne, in John Lackey and Kelvin Escobar, with 2 talented young pitchers in Santana and Jered Weaver, both just 23 years of age, and Rex Joe Saunders, Steven Shell, Rafael Rodriguez knocking on the door down in the minor leagues.
Well, that's great, but what it does for the player, guys, is that it frees him up. Now he doesn't have to worry about each start going out, having to make a great start, because Gooby, you well know that when you're in a contract year, your performance is key on every single start. So what this is going to do is free him up. He's going to go out and pitch his game. He knows he's going to finish the bulk of his career with the Angels, and that's a big plus. He's going to be free and easy, and he's already nasty with those 5 pitches.
We're going to be able to relax right now and just worry about getting people out. Now, speaking of guys that are on the cusp of if they're going to come back or not, Adam Kennedy's the same thing. There's been talk about it in the papers here that maybe, you know, if they can get this thing done, he would love to stay here with the Angels. But with all those prospects, with Howie Kendrick and, of course, Astores right behind him, it doesn't look like there's going to get many opportunities. But this guy comes through consistently every time when they need a guy to come in. He had a base hit. He's got this whole thing going, an RBI again today. It would be pretty tough for me, especially the way he could play that D, not coming back for the Halos.
Well, defense is so important to Mike Scioscia, and he puts that a real high premium. And you talk about keystone combinations. Is there one better than Orlando Cabrera and Adam Kennedy at second base and shortstop?
Well, Fizz, you know, there's a couple good ones around the league, but not established like these 2 guys are, for sure. But what that does for Kennedy is that he says, you know what, if they don't talk to my representative during the season, they're going to let me go in the offseason, then I'm free to talk to other teams. That's what happens. And then you find out there's other takers out there, and there will be. The Angels will have another decision to make, like they have year after year. They've been able to make decisions. Some of the decisions have kind of backfired on them, so they're going to have to wait and see and weigh it out and make sure Kendry's ready. Howie Kendrick is ready to play and take over there. If not, they'll let him go, Adam Kennedy go, and believe me, there'll be some other takers out there. They want a solid batter, number 9 batter, and a left-handed batter, and a good defender like Kennedy. Fizz, what do you think?
Well, the scouts that we talked to around Major League Baseball just rave about Howie Kendrick. They think he's one of the top 5 hitting prospects in the minor leagues. The Angels sent him out when he struggled in the big leagues, but he's batting like 400 since he's gone back there. His batting average is about 360, 370 right now. He's a guy who can flat hit. And early when you get called up, you might get setback. But here's a guy who at this time last year was in Class A Rancho Cucamonga. That is a huge jump. He's only 22.
I know McPherson came up, you know, Mathis behind the plate. Can't rush these guys up, though, Fitz. You know, the Angels have let a few guys go, and they went on and excelled in other ball clubs. They'll have a big decision to make, but they don't want to have to make that right now. There's plenty of season left. Adam Kennedy's going to go ahead and do what he does in that 9 spot, and we'll wait and see what happens, guys, though. But, hey, look, another big decision is looming for the Angels.
You usually have tough decisions when you have free agents combined with talent in the minor leagues, guys.
Yeah, guys, what do you hear about Bartolo Colon? We looked at the numbers in the paper. Everything looks great, but there was still talk about the velocity not quite ready for him to be up to the big league level. What do you hear? How did he respond after his 4-inning stats yesterday? Did he do good? Is his arm feel pretty good? And is he ready to go?
Well, I read some quotes from Ken Forsch, and Ken Forsch is the assistant general manager, former pitcher. He was at the game. Also, the catcher said it didn't look like that Bartolo was cutting loose, but the catcher also said he was doing things that the other minor leaguers don't do. He was working both sides of the plate. He was setting up the guys with his curveball, and he goes, the minor league pitchers, the Class A pitchers, were sitting on the edges of their seat watching Colon work his magic.
He's a Cy Young guy, but hey, fellas, Bartolo, he said that he felt fine and that he's not going to have any problems. He said he's ready. Before that, Bartolo would always question, well, I'm not really sure about my shoulder, but he's had plenty of time off. Mike Scioscia talking to him today, he says, hey, Bart's going to be fine. We'll make a decision when we get back home. We'll have one more start. We'll figure it out. But hey, at 93, even if he never regains that top 4, 96, 97 miles an hour, he'll still be effective because he knows how to pitch, Gooby. Heck, a lot of guys are successful. We saw Jered Weaver, young 23-year-old, get by with 93 mile an hour. You mix the slider, the changeup in, Bartolo's going to be fine. It'll be a big lift for the Angels when they get him back.
And the catcher who caught him at Rancho Cucamonga, he simply said, I have never caught a guy who had that command of his heater.
Well, Fizz, earlier HUD said Cleveland was a beautiful city, so we don't want to keep you guys any longer. We'll let you out into the night and enjoy the rest of the fireworks.
Yeah, we're missing the fireworks show.
All right, well,
don't matter. We already saw it. We already saw it at game time, guys. 10-10 to win, man. It looking good.
Have a great night, fellas. All right, we'll see you later. Hey, plenty more still to come on Angels Live, including the Halos competition. Let's check in on the AL West and if the Rangers are really the team to beat. Stay with us.
Angels Live is brought to you by Jack in the Box and Jack's Chipotle Chicken Ciabatta Sandwich. Your choice of a spicy, crispy, or grilled chicken breast with a smoky chipotle sauce.
Need cash? If you've got a job, I can wire thousands of dollars right into your checking account today with no collateral, no security. But you do need to make the monthly payments. So call me at 866-590-CASH.
This is the final weekend of Paul's great annual sale with fantastic savings like this and no payments, no interest till 2008. Hurry into America's #1 big screen store.
I am looking. Sir? You still there?
Yeah, can I get,
Psst. Dude, don't stress. Stick with the classics. Order my famous tacos. Crunchy, tasty, and totally affordable, like the rest of my value menu.
how many should I get?
30.
That's what I was thinking.
Need cash? If you've got a job, I can wire thousands of dollars right into your checking account today with no collateral, no security. But you do need to make the monthly payments. So call me at 866-590-CASH.
Big Boy Productions presents the World Sumo League 2006 Mega Tour. 24 world-class heavyweight sumo competitors. Friday, June 16th, Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim.
They lock with a little advantage.
Tickets at the box office, all Ticketmaster outlets, online, or charge by phone. Visit UltimateSumo.com. The World Sumo League 2006 Mega Tour.
Your Yamaha Wave Runner dealer during the Big Splash Savings Event. Get on the water for just $89 a month or 7.99 APR for the life of your loan on new Yamaha Wave Runners, like the FX Cruiser High Output, featuring power, performance, and comfort, all rolled into one very exciting Wave Runner. Get on the water today for just $89 a month or 7.99 APR on new Wave Runners during the Big Splash Savings Event at your Yamaha Wave Runner dealer.
Get your new Yamaha Wave Runner today in Mission Motorsports in Irvine.
You're watching FSN West. Angels Live is brought to you by Hyundai. Take the Hyundai Challenge. Visit thehyundaichallenge.com.
Some pretty good games going on in the AL West, except that bottom one there with the Royals and the Mariners. Sorry, I'm just kidding, Mark. I mean, you got the White Sox and the Rangers tied up, top 7, and the Twins trailing the A's 1-0. I want to ask you, as we take a look at the updated AL West standings presented by Nissan. Gooby, what do you think? Are the Rangers for real, or will they live up to expectations and eventually just fade down the stretch?
Patrick, it's always been, for the longest period of time, they've always been a team that gets off to a good start, but when that Texas heat gets really going in there, the team kind of fades out a little bit. That's what happens. But, Adam Eaton's coming back. It gives him another solid starting pitcher. Millwood's been very good for him. Teixeira, Blaylock, Young, and Boston, the young kid coming up, they're going to score enough runs. It's going to be a matter of that bullpen, I think, and that's still been giving up a lot of runs for them. But they're going to be in it. There's no doubt about it, just because the rest of the division has not caught fire. Oakland is a team, I've said from the get-go, when they get healthy, Rich Harden is coming back, he's possibly pitching this weekend, that all of a sudden they get everyone back in there. Ellis is out right now for a little bit of time, but they're getting healthier. Frank Thomas is swinging the bat. That's going to be the competition for the Angels as we go along. But above all, the Angels got to get to 500. Once they get to 500, then they worry about competition. That's the important thing. 500, then you start worrying about winning some series.
6 games to go. Once again, Angels victorious. Jered Weaver now 2-0. And you can catch the Angels and the Tribe tomorrow, Big Fox Channel 11. Right now, FSN Prime Ticket. Flip over. Dodgers and the Phillies. Mark Gubazon, Patrick O'Neill. Catch you later.